G Money.
Yo.
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
It was good.
So it feels so good to be back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, classic and classic. You know, we had to take some content down. You know, it was a lot of calls, man.
The streets is talking, man.
Why you? They kept calling you.
You sound Haitian just now with that little. Why you? That's some Haitian shit. You
Yeah. You got to. I guess would be a surprise. You had them laugh.
Nah, the streets is talking, bro. The last episode was kind of crazy. Shout out to Queens. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. How much calls you got for that episode?
Not a lot, but I got two big calls, which is worth like 20, 30 calls. I would think.
You know, you did the right thing. You know, niggas can't get in contact with me. It's very hard to get in contact with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually not hard, but we have stipulations.
Right.
You know, I heard niggas wanted to speak to me from jail and all that. Salute. Mm-hmm. No problems. Respect.
Big homies.
But I always say this, and this is all due respect to everybody. Don't shoot the messenger.
Facts.
There's two people that that's why I don't like building relationships. Like, I'm so mad that Bimmy is so cool and I like him so much, because if I didn't like him and I would not have took the footage down. That's what all due respect.
Right.
I know his daughter Jamaica, she didn't make fun of me in high school, and Bimmy's a cool nigga. Bimmy, me being cool with him.
You got bullied in school, bro?
Never.
Oh, you said like she make fun of you, like you got
no,
bullied.
No, me, I wore these brown New Balances every day, and she ain't, everybody cut my ass except for her. In high school, nigga. But I always was fighting.
The New Balance is popping again now. Look at that.
Man, fuck that.
That's crazy.
Listen, there's only two people that can ask me to take down something. It's the person that did the interview, and Webb. Webb may call me, yo, come on, cause that's my cousin. Mm-hmm. And he looked out for me when I was a kid, and that's it. Everything I really don't be, you know, and he was on three-way with the person that's locked up, with Preem's assistant, and what we told her, I'm not taking that shit down. You heard me. Mm-hmm. But Bimmy called, and, you know, respect to the OG. I got a lot of respect for him. He made something happen, and he's been setting me, you know, setting things up right, so it's a fruitful relationship.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, you know, with our platform, we're not here to spark up old what do you call it? Old history or old beef or old, you know. But, you know, some of the content kind of took it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Some people felt the way, and, you know, with that episode and the prior episode before that one. You know what I'm saying? So we don't, you know, but someone also told me that we are here doing our job. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just doing journalists. You know, stuff, and we ask them questions, that's all. So we're not delivering the content or the message from the guests. So we shouldn't be at fault at all.
Do you think Sweet Tea is mad right now?
Yes. Very much so.
Oh, you heard?
I didn't hear, but I do think she
Elman got 20,000 views.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she heard about it by now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's tight.
Respect to her, but allegedly she snitched on Bimmy.
And this, like I said, this is not our doing. It's the guests that's telling their side of the story. We ask the questions.
You think get mad at me?
Yeah.
The nigga said you ratted.
We just ask the questions up here.
The nigga said it's the truth. He did a sale on her crib and she ain't go to jail with him. Mm. She called him for the sale, and I respect her. I used to see her all the time. I still see her. She mad, and this is that you cannot shoot the messenger.
Right.
You can't get mad. This is all content, and we speaking to people. We have a way of making people comfortable enough to speak. And that's what Bimmy said. He's mad at me. Oh, man, you made me comfortable to speak. Because I love my niggas.
Yeah. Oh, well, we here, you know.
But we got a classic episode ahead of us. But everything is good with you?
I'm happy to be fresh over Comic-Con.
Yes,
San Diego.
Yeah. Congratulations, man. How was that, man?
I'm close to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Dawson, man. You know.
Had him on stage DJing for a little bit.
Yeah.
Crazy. You know what I'm saying?
A round of applause is very long. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, I got to edit it down a little bit. But shout out to the whole True TV. Shout out to Practical Jokers, man. You know what I'm saying? Was out there this weekend for Comic-Con.
How did that feel?
4th year in a row. But dope. I got a chance to DJ for them again. And they had Joey Fatone there from NSYNC. So he was on stage hosting.
I saw it.
So I played some NSYNC records and he performed, which was pretty dope. I saw Jason Weaver backstage, the actor, singer. You might have seen him in Lion King. The original Lion King, he was Simba. From the Smart Guy show, from ATL, from Drumline. So me and him had like a half an hour conversation backstage, bro. Real cool, real humble dude. You know what I'm saying? So shouts to him too. I'll try to get him to the show also when he in town. You know what I'm saying? Why you always smiling when I'm talking, man? What's up?
You letting your nuts hang. You talking? Yeah, you talking about accolades? Go ahead, Sean.
It's a good weekend. It was a good weekend.
My weekend was pretty simple.
That's good.
G Money.
Yo.
Congratulations. Welcome back from Comic-Con.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Dawson. I think that's dope what you're doing, the father and son duo. I think it's dope. I can't wait to see the content, for real. I'm a fan.
Thank you.
I'm saying? You're welcome. Episode motherfucking 96. Nigga, we made it. Got special guest today. Whoop. Special guest. My man, I'm going to call you what I can introduce you as. My man B.O. But what else they call you, B.O.?
Soul B.
Soul B. My man Soul B. Man, round the floor for Soul B, B.O. Call him whatever you want to call him.
Soul B.
Don't disrespect him. What's up, man?
Man, just enjoying life, man. Taking it a day at a time.
Before we get to the deep stuff, like, how much time you gave to the system?
I gave 5 from 17 to 22. Then from 22 to 27. No, from 22 to 47. Pardon me. Then I just did my last 3.5 years.
Now let me ask you a question. So
you came home when?
35 days ago.
Wow.
Are you on parole?
Yes.
Okay. So before we get into who you are,
yes,
you know what I mean? Because the story I got is that, you know, you're one of the people that started the blood gangs in New York.
Facts. Co-founding member, yes.
Okay, but before we get into that, because I definitely want to get to that, where are you from?
Originally?
Yeah.
I'm from Crown Heights originally, but I grew up in Flatbush.
Okay, you from Brooklyn?
Yes.
And were you a troublemaker?
Not actually. As a kid, I was just one of them cool guys, you know. I was just a guy that was, now I performed when it was time to perform, you know, but as far as a troublemaker, nah, I was never a troublemaker.
Did you live with both parents?
No, I grew up with my mother. May she rest in peace.
Oh, may she rest in peace.
Yes.
What was your father at the time?
He's a Rolling Stone.
What was it? What's his background?
Oh, my pops was Trinidadian.
Oh.
Yeah, he was West Indian.
West Indian niggas, man. Come on, B.O. You know how they do.
Yeah, well, you know, Pops, I've seen him periodically, but like when I was like 18, I was on my first bid, and you know, he got his life together, and he wanted to come see me. No, matter of fact, he did come see me. I was in Fishkill at the time, and you know, I'm a man now. Like, where you been at? And I shunned him. Like, man, I ain't calling you no pops or nothing, man. Like, boy, I'm, you know, and he felt away, all the way to, and all I just wanted, honestly, for him to say, yo, man, I'm sorry, man. Because, you know, as a father, I have a son that's like 30. I have a 5-year-old and I have a 16-year-old, but my son is 30. I haven't seen him since he was 2.
Wow.
You feel me? And he told me the same thing. He said, yo, man, listen, man, I ain't gonna be calling you pops. I'm like, whoa. So you see how things just recycle itself.
So when you said clean himself up, what was he doing?
On my pops, he was running the streets. He's running pimp, drug addict. You feel me? A little some everything.
Okay.
You feel me? Then he cleaned his life up later on because, as my mother told me, at the age of 19, when I was in the womb, he got turned out by a veteran prostitute. That's how he started pimping. Then, you know, with that lifestyle comes the drugs, the money. My mom was only 19 years old, so she couldn't compete with no veteran hoe. Facts.
Yo, chill. Why you gotta talk like that?
These is facts. I'm just giving you the facts as mom's gave. My mom's is raw. She couldn't compete with no veteran.
Where was she from, Mama Love? What's her background?
My mom's is Shinnecock Indian.
Shinnecock Indian.
Yeah, they from out of Long Island.
Got it.
Yeah, but we grew up. My mom's grew up in Crown Heights when my grandparents owned the home.
So
All right, so let's go back to the Soul B before we know it, like before the bids, before the the blood stuff. I
You
want to
talking
know.
about Stacey Knight? You talking about my government?
Yes.
Oh well, he was a guy that everybody in the community that knows me, a cool guy. I was the type of guy like I was a booster back then. It's before I picked up the gun, and that's when I was a booster. And I was the type of guy I boost the whole block coats. Winter time, steal the whole block coats. I was just that type of guy, guys. And I didn't have too many fights at that time because I was real popular. You know what I mean? Always fly, and I always looked out. So it ain't like you had to take anything from me. I'll give it to you. But I think a turning point was when I first went to boys' home. And now, because from my neighborhood and in my age group, I was the first to go away. And while in boys' home at that time, before DFY, I realized that two things, either you're going to be leading or you're going to be following. And my mom's always taught me to be a leader. You feel what I'm saying? And she always gave me that independent example. Plus, as an Aquarian, I'm independent, so you can't box me in. You feel me?
Like how you said, Aquarian.
Yes. And, from that point, I realized you in and, whether you was big, small, in between, I was going to be a leader.
How'd you get into the boys?
The boys' home, the first time I went to boys' home was for not going to school.
Okay.
I missed 200, I missed the whole school year. They told my mom, because at that time, you had truant officers, and they told my mother, well, if you can't get him in school or ensure he be in school, we're going to have to take him. And they took me.
What were you doing? You can't go you just...
Oh, well, when I was in it, I was hitting cars. I was, robbing, doing, little petty stuff, robbing cars.
I'm talking about for school. Like you missed all those days in school because you was boosting and things like that? Or?
Yes. I was in the stores playing games. I was just around. Because right where I lived out in Flatbush, they had Sears Auto, then they had Sears and Robots. And I used to be between them two stores. I'd be in the auto part where the mechanics at, just mischievous. As a young kid. I wasn't really into anything hard at that time. But I realized, but that set the pace. When you're in the streets and a life of crime, you just start taking bigger steps.
How long you did in the boys' home?
A year. The first time from 73 to 74.
And then what happened next?
I came home for a year, then I went back.
Why you went back for, man? Come on, man.
I went back because I robbed the store.
In Brooklyn?
Yes, because what happened was back then, the older guys, they had this system. They'd dig a hole in the roof, and then they'll lower a young kid like me down, because if I get knocked, at that time, they didn't have no juvenile laws. So if I get knocked, my mom's coming to the police station picking me up. That's it. Yeah. Give you a JD. All right, take him home. So the older guys used to utilize me. I pack everything up, tie it up, they lift it up, and I end up getting caught in the store.
What store?
It was a little grocery store right there on Notion in between Linden and Martens. Because, back then people used to keep the money in the store. Now they don't keep the money in the store. So they used to keep it in the cash register. It's in the 70s.
And then, so now you do a year, and then when does it get crazy for you? And what makes it get crazy for you? When do you start going wild? Because
when I start going wild, after I came home off the second time in boys' home in 77, at this time, Flatbush just really started to get on the map. Meaning other areas like Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights, East New York, all of these areas was making noise, but Flatbush, that was our come up year. And I start carrying weapons. Me, and y'all probably know this guy. He's a childhood friend of mine. You know, right now he's suffering. Jimmy Henchman. It's our records. It's a childhood friend of mine, you know. And we all, you know, we start carrying weapons. I don't know if y'all ever heard of the Untouchables. Y'all probably a little too young, but it was a Jamaican crew. They came from Jamaica, and they were saturated throughout Flatbush. I mean, these dudes were some serious.
Did somebody in the show mention them before? Some
The
guests we had in the
Touchies.
show.
These is like.
He didn't mention. Nuke didn't mention Untouchables. He mentioned
Some other Jamaican group.
the
or something
other
like
Jamaican group.
No, he mentioned the Rankers. That was Uzi.
Yeah.
Okay,
See, but
yeah, right.
Uzi,
Delroy.
Uzi originally comes from. Then later on in the '80s, he ended up starting his own posse called the Rankers. But you know, with Uzi, him, Jim Brown,
About to go in.
who's a founder of the Shower Posse. You feel me? All of them used to be hitmen in Jamaica
Wow.
for the government. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, slow down, B.O. Are you sure this factual?
But this is facts, brother. I'm telling you because the reason I say this, these are the guys that gave birth to me. These are the guys that, like, my big homies, all of them many of them got deported. They from Tivoli. That's where Shower. That's where Jim Brown, you know what I'm saying, and all of them come from.
They killed him. They burnt him in the cell.
Yeah, they burnt them in the cell. But that was a political move. But if you read the book Shower Posse by Vivian Blake Jr., it's all in the book. These are facts.
So, I'll elaborate more. So you said the Jamaicans were all
Throughout Flatbush, because Flatbush has the largest West Indian population outside of Jamaica.
Queens.
Wow.
Huh?
Outside of Jamaica, Queens, or Jamaica the island?
Jamaica the island.
Okay.
The largest mixed Caribbean community outside of the Caribbean itself.
It's Flatbush Avenue.
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
Flatbush. That's the 90s, the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, the 20s. You feel me? Flatbush Avenue, Church Avenue, you know, all them going both ways.
So tell us about, all right, so you said that the Jamaicans, they were all over Brooklyn, so all over Flatbush, and then what happened, like as far as you know, those are your homies?
Okay, well, like I said, in 77, that was Flatbush come up year. And guys like my cousin Vinnie Vance, you know what I'm saying, Cadian, Marky Valentine, Joey Nuzzy, these were the dudes that were under guys like Jimmy Skank. Skank was the original bad boy in Jamaica. And he came here, they set up him, Arthur, Berry, Braga. Now, all of these dudes, that's who start feeding the community with guns. So when Flatbush came up, we wasn't known for fighting. We was known for hammers. You feel me? And these guys that influenced us were real gunmen. I'm talking about real gunmen. Real, like no checks from the police. Because you got to remember, they come from Jamaica. In Jamaica, the police eradication, they kill you in Jamaica. You have a gun. So these guys came here. This was like, what? Police? Like, and this was the influences that I had coming up. So when I was ready to pick that gun up and handle the consequences behind it, that's when the game changed. Because I never forget, my homie told me, may he rest in peace. He said, you see this? You know what you can do with this? You can give life and you can take life. And once I put that on my hip, you know the consequences.
Right.
And one of the rules, if you get caught, hold your tongue. No matter what. I got a homie now, he's doing 50, well, he's been down 40 years on a 50-year bid, 2 homicides, on the muscle homicides. His name is Paul Clark. Call him Paz. But they call him Brother Paul now because he's a Christian. Never forget that day, man. You feel me? And I say that to say is that, 50 years is a long time at 18 years old, man.
Mm-hmm.
He killed 2 people at the same time?
Allegedly, yes.
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly, yes. You know what I mean? And he tried to get the reversal. Matter of fact, when all of these guys got the wrongful conviction, that same detective, Scalia, that the guys get all them guys who got wrongful convictions, Brooklyn, Queens, and Bronx, they didn't give it to him, though. So, he been in 40 years, man.
Is it 50 years to life? What is it?
50 to life.
So how does that work? That means when he reached 50 years, he's...
No, when you reach 49 years, 10 months, or 49 years, 6 months, 10 months, you see the parole board.
And they can decide if you come home or not.
If they're going to release you or not.
And what do they want you to understand? Because you've been to parole board how much times?
Well, on the stretch, I went to 7 parole boards.
And what do they need to hear in order for them to release you?
It depends on the circumstances of your case. If you have a violent case where somebody was murdered, somebody was seriously hurt, they want to feel remorse. Mm. They want you to express remorse. The crime is never going to change, but they want you to express remorse. And they want to see a transition. Like, okay, I came in 16, I'm 46 now. I am not the same individual.
Right.
But it's no set, honestly, it's no set formula with these people. Look at Herman Bell, ex-BLA. He did 48 years. I was in Comstock when I came back on the bit I just came home from. I get to Comstock, they beat the old man up. They locked me down. As soon as I came to the jail, locked me down. So I tell my man, I don't know, his name's Karate Sharif. He originally from out of South Jamaica. I said, yo, Sharif, go see what the pigs got me locked down. I just pulled up. And he came back and he told me, he said, yo, B.O., man, they don't know how you gonna react. See, because I was one of them unpredictable type guys, especially when it came to white folks. Now, I got in your ass, but when it came to them white folks, because I'm saying if I'm going to do something to my brother for whatever reasons, I'm going to go harder on them crackers.
So tell us a story. What made you, what made you, what are you laughing? What you giggling for? All right. He ain't saying nothing wrong. So he got beat up? Your man got beat up?
Herman Bell. You don't know who Herman Bell is?
Nah.
You never heard of the Badge of the Assassins?
Nah, explain that.
Well, Herman Bell allegedly was supposed to call 3 police officers in the early 70s to the projects, and they gunned the police down, allegedly. This is what the white folks said. He was Black Panther, ex-BLA. Black Liberation Army, you familiar?
Yes.
Just came home. It was all on the news. He did 48 years. Yep. See? Yes.
So, well, I mean, but who beat him up, though?
The pigs, the police. What happened was Comstock is a jail. Them police is on go time. Mm-hmm. Any confrontation, like, you see how you looking, like, you better be ready to go. So the old man been in the jail. He been in jail 48 years. But you got these young police, they be indoctrinating with this, fucking cop killer. So the homies end up popping off in the yard, and they started shooting. So they told Herman Bell to get on the ground. Herman Bell, man, I ain't getting on no ground. I said, you ain't getting on? He said, man, you know I ain't had nothing to do with that. Them young boys, I'm not getting on no ground. So when they took him inside, a young police said, I don't give a fuck who you is. Bang! Hit the old man. But Herm countered it. Bang! Dropped him. They jumped on him.
Wow.
And I just pulled up. It's like August 28th, 17. So when I pulled up, now mind you, I did 15 years in the box for 18 assaults on officers. You feel me? And they didn't know how I would react because they know I know the old man. And they know I'm on some revolutionary shit when it come to them pigs. You feel me?
Why do you call them pigs?
That was a name given to him in the 70s. You feel me? In the 60s, Huey P and them. You know what I'm saying? They call it, they look oink. You know, I don't know the origin, but, you know, that was just a term. That was just a term referred to them, you know, by, you know, the brothers. And these are the brothers who influenced me when I came to jail. One of the first books I got when I first pulled in penitentiary at 17 was George Jackson, Blood in My Eyes. I don't know if you ever read it, but
no, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay, well, George Jackson, George, he came to jail at 17. He ended up doing 11 years, but while in prison, he turned himself or his mentality from a criminal mentality into a revolutionary consciousness. He had books like Prison Letters, which was his first book. Then he had Blood in My Eyes. And what he did was he created his own theory of revolution. Like he asked the question, he asked his little brother, what should come first, practice or theory?
You asking me?
Of course.
You want me to answer that question?
Of course. What should come first?
What do you mean?
Practice, meaning the doing, or the saying. Either you talk about it or you be about it, basically. What should go first?
Practice.
All right then. Well, and he created his own theory.
He was nervous. Wait.
Yeah, because yeah.
No,
I was nervous.
This is all facts here. You know, I'm a well-read individual, so I just said that.
Stop it, man. All this knowledge, man.
I read over probably 2 million books and periodicals.
2 million books?
Yes, facts.
Come on, 2 million books is a lot of books.
Bro, I did 15 years in SHU, straight. Every magazine, you want to quiz me? Any magazine, any book, I mean, very well informed.
So before I definitely want to get into the jail and everything. That's something that I want to talk about. But before we get into that, you were young, you were in Flatbush, you paid them things. The Jamaicans put you on. Now, when did you go in for your long bid?
1988.
What did you do?
I went in jail. Well, I had a felony murder, but I beat the murder and I ended up blowing to robbery first degree.
Are you able to talk about what you
robbery is over?
So you can
what happened? Yes, I mean, I did the time for it, but what happened was.
Yes, I did the time for it.
No, honestly, but what happened was a friend of mine who's dead now. You know, it was a block. It was $1 million block at the time, in the 80s. This is 1988. No bullshit. This block in Flatbush, to this day, dudes became millionaires off this block. Now me, I'm not really familiar with the drugs like that because I never sold drugs. Mm-hmm. I robbed drug dealers, but I never actually sold them. So my man ended up taking a brick and a half and he needed outlets. So me being who I was, man, yo, you can go and set up on this block. But my big homie, he ended up taking the block within that process. So now he had all these dudes saturated out in the block hustling for him. So when I used to come to the block, I used to light the block up. Go call my man, call him. If he don't want me here, boom. So I light the block up, shut it down. So one night we went over there to address the situation and say, you know something, we gonna take the block. My man ain't even there, he's somewhere in East New York. And in the process, someone was shot and someone was killed. I'm the only one that got caught.
So I'm confused. So basically, you were ignorant. Tell you and see why I asked you. Your man ran the block. You didn't give a fuck. You was in your old man's block.
Let me show you something. No, it wasn't the fact that I didn't care. It's the fact that if I don't know you and you, me and you grew up. Mm-hmm. I tell these dudes, yo, call my man right now. My man never show. I don't care what you and you say. To my man tell me I can't get money here? You dudes is obsolete to me. I don't care about you.
That's your man Block, though.
Listen, it's my man Block I don't know y'all. Call my man. If you call him right now, tell him I'm here.
B.O., come on, B.O., you're bugging, bro.
That ain't bugging.
B.O.
Real talk.
B.O., I love
So you didn't know who worked for your mans on that block?
I didn't know none of them dudes.
Did you even care that they worked for him?
No, I didn't.
Exactly.
Honestly.
That's what it is. You didn't care.
Honestly.
Because I wouldn't go to his block. If I knew he had a block, I wouldn't go there. And if I see people that I don't know, I ain't going to see the block up because it could be his mans. I don't know.
See, but how I came up, if you hustling for my man, I remember one dude, Candy, a Jamaican dude. I come in the building, so I tell my little man to serve the guy. He says, yo, what you doing in the building? Just knocks him out. Boom! They start stomping his head. Now, he's supposed to be working for my man.
Right.
They never called my man. Never. Once. They were stealing from him, but they never called him. So now, I don't care about none of you dudes. Once it's fire now. Because I knew them dudes wasn't built like that. Because he took the block. He just came through and just no shots or nothing.
Did you at some point call your mans afterwards like, yo,
No. Nah, I ran into him in prison. And he said, yo, this no boy, this is.
That's crazy.
Yo, I could call him right now.
Nah,
tell you, all the way in Jamaica. He'll say, yo, listen, when I came home right now, he told me to go over. I went somewhere. He calls. They give me the phone. It's the Don. Straight up, the Don. He said, yo, man. Yo, I need you right here, man. You should be right here. I said, yo, I'm going to follow instructions now, man. I'm all right. He said, nah, man, you can get 2 halls for free. I need you there. And it's my home. This guy see me. Come on, I came through the ranks, man. That's why I say, man, anything I got, man, I was earned. Blood, sweat, and years.
But you taking over your niggas' blocks.
Nah, that wasn't a takeover, man.
You just didn't give a fuck. So how you got caught, though?
Oh, man. So,
I
got to reenact this, man. Right? So, and this is just all honesty, man. My 2 little niggas, they dead now. I'm like, shots fired. And the police just went up, the D's just went up the block before this happened. They just, and technically, I was on the phone. So when I hear the shots, I look, it's on. So I backs out the Mac. I start letting up, brah, brah. Woo, woo, woo. Now, my little mans in them, they running towards the police.
Shay Davis part 2.
They running towards the police. I runs the opposite way. So, man, I ain't running with these. Gets away 3 blocks down and whoop, 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 whoop. But you know how you hear a car backing up?
Yeah.
Now, my first instinct, honestly, when I hear it, I know my first instinct was just let 3 shots. Because, you know, if you let automatic fire off in your weapon, the blue coats, their rule is automatic fire. This before they got the Glocks and everything. Call backup. I could have got away. Then my second thought said, nah, yo, you just got a gun. Ain't nothing but a 3.5 to 7 if you blow. So I ran, took the gun and threw it. And I got knocked.
They beat you up?
Nah, they ain't beat me up. So one of the guys that were there on the block, he said, yo, he was there, but he didn't do nothing. He didn't do the shooting. And then, you know, a year later, I end up on illegal search and seizure. I beat it because I didn't fit the actual descriptions that they gave, which was of my 2 mans who are not here now. Mm-hmm. So I beat that, but then it's, you know, legal. They had an independent source. Dude came in, still picked me out. They offered me a 2.5 to 5. I went to trial and blew the 12.5 to 25. But I owed 7 years from my prior bid, so I went up with a 12.5 to 32.
But for that one, you didn't. You did time. You shouldn't have done basically. That wasn't your.
Well, you know, I told you, man, your tongue's silent, bro. I was there.
You was there.
However I participated.
No, I'm not saying that the snitch on say anybody else's name. I'm just saying, but it wasn't you that did the action that time.
Listen. I beat that illegal search and seizure.
Heard you.
I blew to a robbery. Okay. The individuals that involved, they ain't here now. So I'm saying this. I was involved.
Got you.
So what was it? What was accused of? What was taken from them? What were you accused of taking from them or whoever?
Jewelry was taken from them.
And you get that much time for taking jewelry?
What, man? If you take somebody keyring, 1st degree robbery, man.
Wow.
If you go like this, act like you got a gun, and the law says the threat thereof. Meaning you don't have to have a gun, but he thought you had a gun. It's a 1st degree robbery, brother.
So somebody dies, somebody else gets shot.
Yes.
Have you ever encountered the person that got shot? Have you ever seen him?
No.
Again?
Never seen him.
So you do, for that, you blow trial, you get 12 to 32 years.
12 and a half to 25. And I owed 7 years
okay.
from my first bid.
So now let's go. How did so now you're in jail.
Mad as hell.
How did you get your weight up?
Well, technically, my weight been up. I told you,
Yo, chill. Just talk regular, man. Just talk regular. You're going to make me laugh, bro.
Technically, my weight was already up.
Talk about it.
Listen, as an adolescent.
Oh, let me stop it. For real?
Facts.
I thought so adolescent goes up to adults?
No, okay, well, technically in jail, like the guys I knew in boys' homes was the guys I went to Spofford with, was the same guys we ended on the island with, was the same guys we ended up north with.
So they knew who you were already?
Of course. But what happened was, when I came back, now I'm an adult. I never was in prison as an adult. So the dynamics changed. We in HDM, and at this time in the 80s, you had all the crews. You had Demo and them from Sufton and Linden. You had Prince and them from Baisley. You had other dudes from East New York. So now jail is just not the individual. The whole blocks is getting knocked now from all over, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, and Manhattan. Staten Island too. So now HDM is set up like 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you got 1B where Pap and them was at. You know what I'm saying? Baby Sam, all these Kingpin niggas, they down there. Gator, Uzi Delroy. You know what I'm saying? That's the CMC part. Then you got the Bings. So now I come back and I'm like, the blocks is like 3 tiers, 40 cells, 1, 2, 3, 4 TVs. Like this looked... a county jail looking really like a penitentiary. So I'm like, wow, this is different. Humble, always been a humble guy. But I seen even dudes who were punks when we were adolescents, they running shit now. So I never forget, I go to 7 block, that was the guards block. Because at the time, that's what B.O stands for Be Original. So I see the guard. He was like, yo, guard, I'm going to put you on the phone. You got 30 minutes. I'm like, 30 minutes? Like, so I see all these dudes looking at me. So I took the 30 minutes, Well, I mean, this is new to me. I'm the type of individual, I knowledge, I wisdom, and then I act. So I'm not just going to react when, so I had to do the knowledge. Yes.
Got it.
No, I'm not a fool, so did the knowledge. I see, I'm like, all right, cool. And me and my boy, who I told you, I'm going to set up the situation with you, boom, he was there. He was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? He happened to be from Queens, South Side. It's my guy from off of something, 119th. So boom, I was like, yo, he's like, yo, shit different now, boy. I didn't want to get back into the jail mode, because once I'm in the jail mode, I'm in it. If I'm out, I'm out. If I'm in, I'm in. That's just the type of individual I am. So at the time, I'm seeing these dudes, I'm just working out, going to the barbershop, cutting the hair. I'm trying to be a regular guy. But what I realized, once you set a certain standard for yourself, you become a target for guys on the come up. Oh, yo, he ain't that nigga he used to be. Look at him. He in the cell all day. They don't know I'm going through it. I just came home from doing 5 years. Now I'm facing probably life at the time. You feel me? Because of the charges. Long story short, man. my girl left me. And she left me. So I mean,
she came and told you she left you, or you heard about she leaving you?
And she
Talk about it.
may she rest in peace.
Okay.
She passed away.
Respect.
From cancer.
Yes, from cancer, absolutely. She passed away, but that broad was crazy. You know what she used to do? Listen, honestly. She used to send me I get mad mail. So the lady I never forget this day. I mean, the lady said, she said, baby, I don't know who you done pissed off, but all of these is coupons and bus tickets. Get it? Coupons and bus tickets.
No, I don't. I'm slow. Why is she sending you coupons and bus tickets?
Think about it.
When you get out,
Coupons for your commissary. She ain't send no money. She sent coupons.
you can't use the coupons.
You can't use.
Can't use it. Yeah, you can't use.
All
the
right,
coupons.
so the bitch was trying to be funny.
Oh shit.
Nigga, I know you don't got no money. I got all your money. Here goes some coupons and the bus tickets to get out of jail, like to get out of jail free.
Oh shit.
So she left you.
It drove me crazy.
You were stressed in jail.
No, but no, yeah, and I turned that stress into violence.
So
And
I
that's
guess,
when it all begun.
so they gave you 30 minutes, and what happened?
After that, I took the whole phone. Like I just
Are these facts?
facts. The stories all facts. Ask Snoop, he'll tell you he was there. All them guys, he was there, he know. Dolo. I'm the type of nigga, I go against the whole crew. See, that's how niggas respected me. I come in the house, I see who running shit, I stab 8 niggas. Randomly.
You just stabbing niggas for no reason.
I know y'all running shit. Y'all got the names right. Whether you was Muslim, whether you was 5%, whether Bloods didn't exist at this time. Niggas be like, yo, who the fuck is that nigga? Leave my name and carry on.
Real quick before we ask that, what crew in jail nobody messed with back in the days? Like nobody messed with. You was with them, nobody. Because I know the Rastafarians, they beat it themselves. I heard.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you. Honestly, at that time, the Guards was like the Bloods and the Crips today. Guards was strong. Because you had Guards all over. Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan. There's like the Bloods and Crips today. Really the Bloods. The Crips is, they in the street, they're strong. In jail, they're not. It's facts. You got a few that stand, like my man Blue, I heard he just did an interview, a documentary, you know what I'm saying? Salute the Blue Boy. You know what I'm saying? We go back since we was like 8 years old. That's my comrade there, yeah, so it was the Guards and the Muslims, the Muslims. But during that time, the crew that nobody didn't mess with, that was my crew.
You see, this is where I had to. I love you, man. I think that
was my crew. Facts.
B.O., slow down, man. You stab 8 niggas. You take the phone. You took the crib. So you took the house.
Exactly.
And they respected you. So nobody challenged you. Nobody did nothing. Why? Everybody else get challenged. You told me a story about niggas getting challenged.
I just told you. Who you rather challenge? A nigga that stabbed 1 nigga or a nigga that randomly stabs 10 niggas?
I'll challenge a nigga that stabbed 1 nigga.
All right, then. Psychological, man. Because nobody don't know why you came and stabbed them 10 niggas. And I ain't just talking about poking the nigga. I'm talking about collapsed lungs. You put in work. Buck 50s. Niggas like, oh, my God. Randomly,
What's the time span that you did that in?
That was from 88 to 90.
Just poking and stabbing niggas.
That's all I was doing.
Just because you just wanted to show.
I might take your jewelry. If you had jewelry, you was a name brand nigga, I'd take your jewelry.
So you were picking on people?
No, that wasn't picking. That was just the perks.
What you mean the perks, B.O.? Why you have to take somebody? Why they can't just have their jewelry and mind their business?
You gotta keep his name up, right?
Well, if you wearing jewelry, and at that time, you know, I was paying my lawyer, nothing personal, I'm sending your shit to the scales. So every time I went to court, every time somebody came in, because we was all in 8 block, they call that the Wolfpack block. Everybody in the jail, like when you came to HDM, Bim could tell you. Ask Bim. When he came to HDM, Bim could tell you. Came to HDM, if you didn't know nobody, if you was Jamaican, usually you went to 5 block. If you was Spanish, you went to 2 block. If you was from Queens, you went to 4 block. But if you didn't know nobody, you had to go to reception, which was 8 block. And that's where all the wolves was. My crew. That's Prince. That's Preem. Ask him. They'll tell you.
I'm gonna ask.
What you do?
Write them a letter?
I said, no, you don't have to write them a letter. Didn't you call and shut the show down? Did he
Whoa,
write
hold
you a
on,
letter?
whoa. All right, I get at you, B.O.
No, look.
Hold on,
Did
I
he
love
write
you,
a
man.
letter? Hold on.
He ain't shut the show down, B.O. He ain't call me.
No, well, hold on.
He did call. He did call. Nah. Stand on your square.
Okay.
You the big homie.
Okay.
Excuse
Yeah.
me? You said what?
You was high and you wouldn't come to the phone. You told him
Yeah.
about your number.
I told him to get him.
You hard to find.
Yeah, why you give him my number?
He was subjected. Well, the point is,
Yeah,
it was,
talk about what he was
it was
subjected
taken down.
By whom? By it was taken down.
I don't know. I'm on your show.
Look, let's talk about it.
We talking how it got down. Why it ain't up? What was that? Episode 96? 95. Okay, this is 96. So
a clip is up. They asked us to take that clip down, not him.
No,
The person that did the interview.
listen.
The person that did the interview.
Listen.
Our man. So let's talk about it.
Listen, bro. The big homie called from the pen, and it's down. Whether who told who to take down, how it was down.
He didn't say take it down, though.
Exactly.
He didn't say take it down.
Exactly. He didn't say take it down.
Why is down?
Not big homie.
Why is
He
down?
didn't say take it down.
Preem did not say take it down.
Why is down?
Preem, he didn't say take it down.
No. Why is it down?
And to tell you the truth, he really wanted to talk to niggas.
No.
And have it recorded. Let's talk about it, nigga.
Why is
you
it
wanna
down?
blow it up.
Listen, why is
Bim
it down?
Bim asked us to take it down.
And why did Bim ask us
I
to
don't
take
know
down?
why. I can't speak for him.
Oh, you just took it down.
Bim said, yo, Flip, take that down. All right, Bim, I got you.
All right. Well, I'm telling you guys out, as you know, and I 35 days, a nigga you ain't seen in 11 years. I'm gonna make it happen.
Facts.
Okay. So then
You got
that
power?
means that I know something you probably don't know, and the big homie made the call.
We know he made the hold up.
Okay, that's it.
Well, we know he made the call, but you can't say he made niggas take it down because he
No,
did it.
I'm not saying. Listen, all I'm
Funny
saying,
guy, man.
the big homie made the call from the pen. The pen.
But he didn't ask for the video to come down, though.
Well,
B.O.?
Well, no, he probably didn't ask you directly, but whatever it was taken down. Although I disagree, I love Preem to death. But I disagree, and I told Bim the same thing, but it was taken down. So that was on you, because you didn't have to take it down.
Hold up. So you trying to say that?
This is entertainment.
So I should have kept. So fuck what Bim said. I should just take it.
I mean, that's on you.
No, I'm asking.
Don't
you.
put
I'm
that
asking.
on me.
No, I'm asking.
That's
you.
my brother.
No, that's my brother too.
Okay,
That's
well
what it
then,
sound like.
I'm asking
if you respected what he said and you took it down, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, the call was made.
So
and it was taken down.
To me. He got calls.
Oh, don't throw it. See,
I'm
now
not
you
throwing it.
passing the hot
I
potato.
did.
You passing that hot potato.
I'm gonna get the hot potato. He got calls.
It's in your hand. You throwing it to G Money.
I got it. No.
You couldn't be found.
He got it. I can't be found.
Oh, see? That's what I'm saying. You can't be found.
I can't. I mean, you know, I could.
You like a ghost.
Sure he wasn't found that day.
Yeah, that day.
Hey, yo, hold on. Let's keep it 100. We spoke to the lady directly to him. I told her I'm not taking that video down unless Bimmy actually take it down. With all due respect to Preem. She said Preem is not actually taking it down. He wants to call you guys tomorrow.
Facts.
We will come to the studio 7 o'clock for Preem to get on the phone.
Facts.
Why y'all didn't let the big homie get a platform?
Listen. I'm going to call another nigga name. You know, but the guy that used to run with my cousin Webb, he called Bim. They was talking.
I already know.
Exactly.
So the point I'm making.
Bim said take it down. Yo, Flip.
Because the big homie, that's where we at. The call, whoever, it was a domino effect.
I see what
and the
what
result
you're saying.
What
was.
if he didn't want it down? He wanted to interview, but somebody talked him until like, nah, let him take it down. What if it would have caused problems?
I don't think it was that personally, you know, because
Come on,
I'm not
B.O.
speaking.
Use your
I'm
mind.
saying no. What
So
I'm
why
telling
he
you,
wanted to talk to us?
no,
On
but
the show?
listen. I mean, who don't want a platform?
So he didn't. That means somebody said, yo, Pre, I don't think they're gonna just let him take it down.
Because it was nothing said that, I mean, in my opinion, it was nothing said that was of any nature. It was just honest opinions from someone who was mentored by someone else.
Respect.
You feel me? Like, you mentored me. You're my mentor. So, like I said, back to the point. The call was made from the pen, and it's down, point blank. So when I tell you about me being the big homie or the real big homies, when the call is made, out of that due respect, so I'm gonna make it happen for you. I just came out 35 days.
But let me ask you a question. Let's talk about
these
Preem.
streets,
You
boy.
know about Preem. You know him.
Okay,
You
yes.
cool with him.
Yes, very facts.
Yeah. You say you told me you respect him. You even acknowledge him. You say big
Bro,
homie.
used to lock
Yeah.
right next to me.
You don't agree that the video should have been taken down.
No, in honest opinion, no, I don't believe that.
And do you understand what? Did you watch the video? See what Bim said?
Yes,
about
of
him?
course.
Do you agree with what Bim said about him, or you can't really speak on that because you?
No, listen, I'm in agreement with Ben said because it was an honest answer. It was an honest. It was an honest answer in his opinion.
Right.
Like, I know you. You taught me. You feel me? You taught me. So I'm saying, in opinion, now that I'm grown, and I'm saying, yo, looking at it in foresight, but in hindsight, saying that, boy, nah, it could have been a different way. That's all he was technically saying. But one thing I learned was this. It's not always what you say.
It's how you say
It's
it.
how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
And however you say it, if people perceive it one way, then it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? And we had this discussion. You know, that's my brother. I love him. That's my brother. That's family. You feel me? I'm talking about family. That's family. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I just believe that, you know, brothers was taking his platform for whatever reasons. You know, that's just in my opinion. You know
Brothers
what I mean?
is what?
Taking his platform.
So, why do you feel that Preem wanted the video down then?
Well, you heard what he discussed. I mean,
He's good talker. Yeah.
you heard what
tryna
was
get me-
discussed.
I don't hear nothing.
No,
I'm
I'm
asking you
saying,
your opinion.
well,
This is opinion based.
I listen, I looked at, I watched it, but I didn't really critique it. I just watched the part when I said, hold up, did say something about bro that can been
Misconstrued.
offensive
Got it.
or misconstrued in any way? Because bro is who he is. History. Preem is history. That's big. No ifs, ands, buts about it. History. You feel me? 5 boroughs, he's history. You know what I'm saying? Stand up, solid dude. You know what I'm saying? Never folded. You feel me? So I had to look at the hold up. I mean, all right. And I looked. Everything else didn't count. For me, I'm just saying it in honesty. Because if I felt there was anything that desecrated, you know, his history, then I would have like, boy, yeah, nah, correct that, bro. You feel me? Honestly. So when I listened to it, I said, nah, but I understand. You feel me? I understand, but I felt that it probably wasn't him and it was somebody else looking to probably, you know, behind the scenes, man, we living in a whole different era, brother. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. You know, that's why I always say, man, I tell it as it was given to me, and I give you the facts. I'm not over-exaggerating the facts. I'm just giving you as they developed. Can't nobody tell my story but me, but it could be confirmed and affirmed. That's the truth.
So stabbing 10 niggas, taking over a house could be confirmed.
Facts. I stabbed more than 10 niggas. I did cut more than, you know what I mean? But that's nothing I glorified. I was just in the moment at the time, and my performance was an Oscar. It was an Oscar. You feel me? Either I'm doing it or I'm not. And I went against everybody. And that's not saying that I ain't get stabbed. I got stabbed 17 times.
Really?
Yeah. Muslims, they jumped me because at that given, this happened November 89. My name was ringing so much.
What was the name that was ringing in
B.O.
B.O.
B.O., which stands for Be Original.
Okay.
So it was ringing so much, they felt that if they did something to me and a friend of mine, he's dead now, Puerto Rican True. He had the Spanish dudes, I had the black dudes. And we was guards at the time. And me and him together, we was the strongest dude. We had the whole island. Any building. Ask Ant was here, Malik, Nuke, all of them was there. You know, they was there. They'll tell you we had the island. And it was just crazy. The police was down with this shit, bro. And this what made me really slow down, because I'm a type of dude, if I'm with you 100. We going to the death. But this showed me that you may be willing to go all the way, B.O., but these guys around you, they're only willing to go half the way. So a guy comes in, he's dead now. He was from out of Roosevelt Projects. He has about 4 rings on his hand. Now, we had a rule. If that was your man, and he came to the block, and you didn't come down to the block and say, yo, B.O., that's my man Flip. All right, Flip, you good. We didn't care how tough you was. You know, the best go down. So the kid comes, but we didn't know he was Muslim. Dudes moves on him. They end up moving, taking the rings from him, backed him down with knives, take the rings from him. He moves to the other side. So now the Muslims feel away. So now another guy comes in. We don't know he's Muslim, but he got jewels on. So he just barely made it to the other side. So my man said, yo, let's go to the other side and get him. Let's go. So when we go on the other side, at that time, the Muslims had like 40 cells, upstairs and downstairs. You couldn't even go in the back. That's how strong they was at this time. It's 89. And I goes back there. I never forget it. My man Salam, we was in boys' home together. I said, yo, Salam, what's up? He said, nah, B.O., it ain't you. It's them dudes who run behind you. I said, hold up, bro. Don't none of my comrades run behind me. They run alongside of me. So next thing I know, I'm walking back, and I see niggas on the tier. Niggas coming like, yo, hold up. What the fuck's going on here? So this old timer named Cornell from out of Harlem, he was down with Preacher. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Preacher from out of Harlem, 155th Street, the Black Hand of Death. Anyway, he was part of Preacher too, old timer Cornell. So he said, young blood, come here. I'm like, what's up? He said, nah, you know, because me and him met. The police was jumping him in C-74, and I ended up going out with him. So he respected that. We formed the bomb at that time. I didn't even know him. I just seen he was rumbling at the police, and I jumped in. So he said, young blood, I like your style, man. You cool. But, yo, what's up with you and Muhammad? Now, Muhammad was this nigga that looked like Abdullah off a car wash. This nigga bald head, big, just came from Attica. And he's screwing me. I'm like, Dad. So I tells Cornell, I said, yo, nah, the brother used to salute me. We used to salam each other. But now he on some. So, I got a little ego. I ain't gonna lie at that time. I'm like, fuck you looking at me like that for, man. I don't give a fuck how tough you look. We don't know till we start dancing. You ain't bluffing me, nigga. You feel me?
Like this. I like his word choice. It's getting closer.
Real talk. You know, I don't know all this screw face until we start dancing, nigga. I don't know what you know. So all of a sudden, I see the Muslims. Yo, this is what I see the Muslims coming. They came down. Yo, Ak, what's up, Ak? Ak, what's up? We tired of this shit, Ak. I'm like, huh? So, you know, the guards and the Muslims always had issues. 5% Nation Guards and the Muslims, or from Temple Number 7 when Malcolm and Clarence 13th X Smith left the mosque. So the guards always had issues. So I'm like, so now I'm getting a little uptight. But I'm thinking my man True had my back. As long as motherfucker got my back, I'm good. So I see other Muslim brothers come in. Yo, Ak, what's up, Ak? They done sent for motherfuckers in the masjid. Brothers that was on the other side of the block. And the brother, I can tell you that that's gonna make that happen for us, he was there. He was my man. So boom. I'm like, so I said, you know, some of these niggas getting too deep. Let me back up on out the block. So I start walking. No, the last thing was said was, yeah, so what's up with you and Muhammad? I said, man, he used to speak to me, but Muhammad, I said, you know something? Man, fuck that. Allah's the God, man. Fuck that. I'm the God. Fuck that. So I start backing up, but I had my hand on my knife. Never forget it. I got to the first bench and arms went around me. So I'm like this. All I heard was, Allah, you Akbar. These niggas rushing towards me, B. My heart beating. My shit beating. So, you know, when somebody gets you in a lock like that, you gotta drop. When you drop, simultaneously you gotta spin. You'll break the lock. Because if he drop with you, so when you drop, you twist. So when I twisted, I fell in the bench. That's when they hit me right here. Boom. But I end up coming out the bench. When I came out the bench, I hit Muhammad in his chest. But it was so many of them. Brum, brum, brum. That's all a brum. I fell like about 5 times. Then I don't know how I got up. I was on top of the steps with my back to the steps, and they was trying to come down the steps, come up. When I looked down, my little man, he in ATL right now, my little man Fats. They hit him 27 times. I got hit 1, 2, 3. I got hit 4 times. You feel me? This one was in New York. I got 38 stitches inside out. But after that, police came, and they ran everybody, taking us to the hospital. All in my mind was like, why the fuck this guy grabbed me from behind? My man True was supposed to have my back. That's like, you got my back. I'm not gonna turn. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna turn my back. Come to find out, True ran. Spanish police. But that's why I say you don't know a dude into a certain type of pressure, because you may be solid with a 1-on-1. But how about if it's a 5-on-1? You feel me? And from that day, Flip, you know, I slowed down. I said, man, I'm not dying in the penitentiary, man. And that humbled me, because I could have lost my life in that situation. And I seen so many guys lose their lives. And that just wasn't my destiny at that time. But I slowed down. But I was always the type of guy, when I did it, I did it. If I didn't, I didn't. You feel me? So that's how the respect, you feel me, was created. That's how the love and respect, you know, a camaraderie with me and a lot of individuals. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna go.
So you said this happened around like 89, right?
That happened in November '89.
So where were you when the Central Park 5 stuff happened?
I was on Rikers Island. They was young though. See, that was young boy. They was in the 4 building. Yeah, them young guys was in the 4 building. Later on, I used to see, you know, them, but you know, throughout the bed, a few of them was in the box, but them dudes was, you know, they was really innocent. They was innocent kids. They wasn't like me, all your life you was locked up. You feel me? You know this jail shit. Like, you know, they wasn't like that.
What was the vibe in jail at the time, though? Like, when you got heard the news or what happened, like, what was everyone's vibe?
Niggas is rapos. Niggas like, you know, niggas, I mean, you know, niggas didn't investigate. You came in with a case back then like that. You know what I'm saying? He was a rapo. And he was like, niggas took some pussy.
And what happened to rapos back in the days?
I mean, you know, they either got fucked, they went to PC, and you know, niggas took advantage of them.
Did you watch the documentary on Netflix that came out recently?
Nah, I didn't even watch it because I lived through that. I'm the type of guy, I didn't watch it, man. You know them, but come to find out when the dude, because they would have still been in jail if the boy didn't admit that he killed the broad.
Right. At the end.
You feel me? So it just showed you how the system, because you had a lot of guys who did have those type of cases, but they didn't have the DNA then and all of this stuff. You feel me? And dudes went through hell. Rapos couldn't live through population, bro.
Or pedophiles, right?
Or pedophiles. They couldn't live.
Tell us about how because you say you started the Bloods. Explain that, because that's the story confuses me.
Okay,
You called,
what
when
story
I first
do you
hold
have?
on. When I
Yes.
first spoke to you, you said you're the big homie's big homie,
That's a fact.
meaning that a lot of niggas that's respected in the streets, you're they big homie.
Yes.
That's how I took it.
No, that's how it is.
I don't. Yeah.
The big homie or the real big homie. See, my little homie Rod Diggs was the first one to use that term when he came out there. You know, he was on the joint with Walker, lived by the guns.
Yeah.
Put it at 2400, 138. You know, but anyway, he got that from me. You see me? Because when he came out here, that just means you the realest of the real.
So tell us how now when you say you start, because Blood, in my opinion, or what I know from when we grew up, Blood started in L.A.
Yes, that's a fact.
So how are you a GF? Explain that whole transition.
Okay, well, May 26, 1992, I was down on Rikers Island on a paternity case. And at that time, you had Blaze, who was a Latin king. He's originally from New York. He came from Connecticut with the Latin king thing. It's my man. Him, Apoyo, you know what I'm saying? All of these dudes is my guys, but they starting this new Spanish thing, which is a thing coming from Chicago. Latin Kings is originally from Chicago. So now, it just hit like wildfires amongst the Spanish guys, man. And then the F.D.S came, you know, that's an organization that was in Puerto Rico. So they formulating at this time. But, you know, basically I was a renegade guard, you know, what they call a gangster guard. So me, a lot of other renegade brothers, we did. May 92, I got 35 stitches in my face right here. This started the movement when I got cut. I got cut in C95 yard.
Who cut you?
A Nieta. I don't even know the guy, never seen, I didn't even, blindsided, he cut me, wow. I didn't realize I was cut till he was like about 20 feet away. My man said, yo, when I touched, woof. When this happened, no exaggeration, the whole yard went up. They've never seen in the history of C95 brothers come together and fight against Spanish guys ever before till this happened.
Why did he cut you?
Mistaken identity. The 2 days before, my little man, Chinky Ty, and a young brother named Polite, they was talking all this gangster shit. You know, at this time, I was reserved. I wouldn't have had to do nothing, but we was in a house together. So, matter of fact, Ty ended up having a fight with C. Just. I don't know if you know C. Just from Daisley? That's Prince co-defendant, boxing C. Just. Anyway, and C. Just, C. Just nice. C. Just ended up hitting him, split his whole nose like he cut him. But Ty's my little man. So they goes over to the other side to take the phone. When they take the phone, Spanish brothers put out a TOS. So that day I was in the yard working out, and my man was like, yo, I think they're gonna move on me. So I told them to come stand over by me. I didn't know they was on the bench pointing. So the hitter, the shooter, he came around, and I'm talking to the leader. This kid named, his name was Jose Mata, Big T, the American T. I ended up catching him in Clinton and gave him $150. But, and he just, as I'm talking to you, see how you got blindsided? Wow. Yo, face open. And it just went from there. So I wasn't like a random guy. Blood didn't exist at this time. But what happened was this created the movement because right after that, My little homie Scully, he was one of the first Bloods. Jamaican brother. They cut his grandmother on a visit.
Wait, what?
Bro, this how these dudes was living. They cut his grandmother
The
randomly.
Nietas?
Huh?
Who cut his grandmother?
Latin Kings.
Why they was doing that?
Random acts of violence. Fear.
They cut his grandmother?
And they cut this kid named Sean Green aunt. Yes. And that's what created.
The light is blinking, right? That's what I'm saying. Now, yeah, you could have looked from back there, bye.
And that's and that which created the movement. So now you got me. I ain't gonna lie, I'm mad as hell, but I didn't want to randomly just cut any Spanish guy.
So, because we gotta take the steps, man. Because you know,
I just gave you the steps.
No. I'm just reiterating. So, your man Scully.
Yes, he deported back in Jamaica.
They cut his grandmother on a visit. Joe,
yes,
but he was the first Blood.
That was thereafter. See, the Jamaicans became the first Bloods, which are now Black Lions. That's in our history.
But how can Jamaicans be the first Bloods, B.O., when Bloods was already out? I'm confused.
No, Bloods wasn't out. This is 92, brother.
Bloods didn't start in
No,
L.A.
to 93. No, Blood started. We talking about New York. We got our own history here, brother.
Okay.
But how can
New York Bloods here started July 16th, 1993.
So, but you just took the name then?
No, we didn't take the name. What happened was OG Makk was affiliated out west. You feel me?
Who's OG Makk?
OG Makk is the founder of the New York City Bloods.
Got you. Okay, OG Makk.
Omar Porti, yes.
Was affiliated with
out west.
Got it.
But he only, because out west, they're just blood. They don't have no acronym. See, New York, because of our intellect, our intelligence, we put an acronym.
Well, B.O., say that, man. What's wrong with you, man?
What you mean?
What do you mean intellect? All right, B.O.
Yes, because we were gods, man. We were good. You don't realize, and this is with T. Rogers. I don't know, T. Rogers is the godfather of the Black Peace Stone Bloods. We used to build, we used to vibe. And he was like, yo, matter of fact, get the Feds magazine 2008. You'll see. He said, yo, man, New York was known as God bodies. We was intelligent. We dealt with the knowledge, you feel me? That's why majority of the first Bloods were God bodies. You feel me? Look, Be Original, Shaquell, Big Iz, Sincere. You know what I'm saying?
So you were on the path of a story. So they cut.
Skirt, but this what I'm showing you is how when the Spanish movement started with the Latin Kings and the Nietas,
they were ruthless.
What they were doing. This what created brothers, because brothers really outside of being a part of an organization was never able to come together because of our differences.
Right.
Harlem and Bronx against Brooklyn and Queens. You feel me? It always been a borough thing. What Bloods did at the time because of what was going on. Yes, cut the man grandmother.
In the face?
Brother, yes. Gave her $150.
Don't say that.
You know how long $150 is, brother?
No.
150 stitches. It's about from here to about here.
That's the definition of I thought $150 is just a cut.
No,
it's 150 stitches of staples.
Facts.
Okay. So they were moving reckless.
Yes. So after that happened with me, I create Scully as my little homie from the town. Yardman. So it became a Yardman thing, feel me? I was just hitting them anywhere, I ain't gonna lie. Anywhere, I was just, so when I came back up north in August, they continued. You feel me? And then the following year, that's when that happened, and Mac was over in the 3 building. He just came in, and you had Dead Eye there, Rudy Red, Majesty, all of those individuals. And they said, man, we got to do something, because it seemed like every time these brothers do something, they do something to a brother. Because they said you had to be Spanish to be down. So if you was this black, you couldn't be a Latin king or a Nieta. Well, in Nieta, you might have, because you had some brothers that. Long story short, this what gave birth to the homies. in the 3 building. So when the homies needed sanctuary after they popped off in C-73, they came to the Bing, and the Jamaicans was already there from a year and a half prior.
Got it.
For me. So this started the movement before the homies even came. Just facts. Scully, they just deported. Michael Reed, they just deported him to Jamaica. He's the founder of the Black Lions because as the blood started moving into a more gang mentality, because we seen ourselves when we first founded this thing as revolutionaries like George Jackson did with the Black Guerrilla Family, because it was an in-prison thing. We didn't realize this shit was gonna shoot to the street and to now. We didn't realize that. We was just trying to create a strong Black presence in prison on Rikers Island at that time.
Who started it? Which, like, tell us how to form it. So,
see, it's like everything else. Let me show you this.
Excuse me, what?
Right.
Let me check my phone.
Right.
Okay, she sent me a text. She said that,
How you gonna say shit?
nah, because you sent me a text. You just said it. You on camera. The mics is hot.
No more.
You should have went like this.
I was trying.
Go like this.
I did. You said, huh?
Yeah, all right, because today you talking.
I'm not giving no
She said, she said, I thought Snow Billy said he started the Bloods in the hood and is the Godfather.
Never heard of him.
Yo,
It's a lie. It's a lie.
Chill, B.O. Like, don't do that.
I tell you the
Act
facts.
like you never heard of him. You
Never heard of him, brother. Never.
Yo, please don't do that.
I never heard of the brother.
You never heard of a guy named Snow Billy?
No. I can name all the big homie Trays. Matter of fact, one of the original big homies, he just came home. His name is Wayne Haywood. Although he fell back, that's Teddy from Black Ink's older brother. He's in Albany. I got his information. Never heard of a Snow Billy. S.I. Cool. Deadeye. I know, bro.
What did I?
Deadeye, McClancy in Comstock BHU unit right now.
Mm.
He's one of the, that's who brought S.I. home.
So,
May he rest in peace.
so what is a GF?
A GF is a godfather, a founding member of a specific set.
So, and how many people were GFs?
Well, prior to 1998, there was only one GF. That was the founder, OG Makk, Omar Poti. He was the only GF. But what happened was, when he was released from prison, we came to find out that he was an informant. He got somebody 25 years to life. And we gave him the boot because our first rule was no rat.
Hold on, wait, slow down. Okay, so OG Makk was a GF of the Bloods in New York.
Yes, he was a founder.
So you guys had a conversation. He wanted to, like, yo, we got to get some shit together.
Yes. At that given time, that's what happened. He said, this how we do it over here. And when dude said Bloods, it just fit. And when he gave the acronym, brotherly love overrides our destruction. So if brothers stick together, we won't self-destruct because we were the minority then. They were the majority. You feel me? So our unity was our strength. And we felt one of us, 10 of them. So that's when that flag was really planted, which all of these dudes use as platforms today. I mean, I done heard all type of guys, but, you know, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not even really with that because history is history. You had to be there to really know. So a dude can claim whatever he wants to claim, but the facts are the facts.
And the facts is that OG Makk did it, started it. Then he found out he was a snitch. He snitched on somebody.
Yes, this 1999.
How did y'all find out he snitched?
It was a guy named Tom Cross. Tom Cross, he has 99 years right now, good friend of mine. He was down with the Black Hand of Death, Preacher's crew. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, they did a They did a Feds with him in there. He's in one of the Feds magazines. But OG Makk believed that Tom was responsible for killing his brother. So he deified his brother and made his brother OG. Tom never killed his brother. Somebody else killed his brother. But you couldn't tell a young brother this, so he created this black entity. Cause I ain't gonna lie, at that time we was putting it in, no questions asked. Whomever, whenever, win, lose, or draw. You had beef with blood, we was coming. And at the time, Tom was on the opposing side. He was my man, but I had an obligation to the nation. You feel me? There was no choices in the matter. Long story short, my big homie that just came home, J-Dub, he ended up getting the paperwork. Kid named Q. If you look it up, you go right on Omar Porti. It's right there. It's on the record. And when we found out he told us, shit hurt us. Like, boy, you created these rules, no snitching. So he did the Feds magazine in 99. I don't know if you remember, he did the Feds, New York Bloods, Feds magazine, one of the first covers.
I saw that.
Okay, well, that's him, Pimp, all them from 1-8 Trey. That's set on 183rd, they did that. Right after that, he caught the case. So when we found out he told, dudes was like, yo, B, what we gonna do? Fuck that, we gonna keep marching. We got too much in right now. Too much work, too much blood, too much sweat, too much tears. Because the founder, we gonna keep it moving. So we gave him the boot. He went and ended up catching a federal indictment, and we kept it moving. That's when me and SI came together to reform the nation. We opened the doors and let anybody who ever told, partially told, indirectly told, fuck with homos, anything that could have been a cardinal sin.
Boy. Can't say that.
What?
Fuck with, you mean have any encounter with gay people?
All right, gay people, homo. I mean, what?
Say, you know.
All right, politically correct.
Yeah.
Anybody who indulged in extracurricular activity.
Got you.
Pardon self. All right. So we opened the books. So we said in 2000, we formulated what is known now as the Council, aka Black Wall Street. And S.I. may rest in peace, one of the realest non-trade gangsters ever. You see how he went out. Said, I'm not going back to jail. Told him fly his mother in. Came out banging. Police killed him.
Is that in Staten Island?
That was in Staten Island.
Or the guy, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the big homie of non-trade gangsters.
The guy that came in with the and shot it. Yeah, I heard that story.
May he rest in peace. That happened 15 summer.
So, okay, the first blood gang in New York was named what?
The first was Blood Gang. It wasn't no sets.
And then you kicked OG Makk out when he asked up the sets.
No, well, the sets was started in 94 when he came back down.
What was the first set?
Non-trade gangsters.
That's the one you were part of?
No. I'm a part of the third set, which is Murderous Mad Dog Bloods. Originally, Mad Dog Bloods. But that's the big homie. Salute, R.I.P., S.I. Me and him, boy, that was my guy, man. We used to go back and forth, so, you know, see, because I'm older than them guys, you feel me? S.I. came in at 16 in 93, and he did 6 years, went home 23, then he did his Fed bid. But that was my guy, man. You know, when we put our heads together, we try to give, you know, new structure, new foundation, and, you know, a lot of times, guys, let me tell you something. Ignorance and intelligence are nemesis. See, you can't mislead an intelligent guy because the way he thinks. He's going to say, hold up, yo, I want you to go do some, he went, hold up, this shit don't compute in his head. But ignorance is motivated by what? Chaos and violence.
Don't start talking about my brothers.
You feel me? Chaos and violence. Well, we ain't gonna talk about them because, you know, they just better get under a rock.
Leave them alone.
Hold on. Now, if you want to go there, and you want to critique, you want to go there. You don't want to go there. All I'm just saying, you know, them dudes, they questionable right now. All them dudes, that 6ix9ine, Shotty, Mel Murder, they questionable.
Whoa, hold up.
I was gonna ask you about 6ix9ine too.
Hold on, wait, before I'm cool with Mel. Come on.
Brother,
Come on,
I'm just giving you, brother.
Come on, B.O.,
See,
man.
let me tell you
Don't do that,
something.
B.O.
Right? This I say don't go there. What I'm saying is right now, you read that they're questionable.
What does Mel? How is Mel questionable? I didn't see anything of him saying.
I mean, whether you've seen something, whether you've seen something or not, the thing I'm saying, their integrity as it stands. We don't know what, because dudes ain't sentenced yet. They're saying dudes is sentenced. Dudes is in there, however it go. Brothers are questionable. Somebody's mysteriously telling. I mean, brother, you know, this is all honesty.
But if 6ix9ine is telling, what they got to do with them?
He ain't the only one that's telling. He already told. Then you got people that's telling, they still bringing brothers in. He told on them. So who else brought the other brothers that came in?
6ix9ine.
Oh, yeah? What you think, 6ix9ine knew everything?
No, he didn't know everything.
All right, he was only around for about 6 months.
She's related to one of them?
Ask her that.
Are you
know.
related to them?
They all family.
But I'm just saying.
Mel
so,
a homie. That's my man.
When I'm saying this,
Yeah, Mel and my brother was, but my brother got killed in 03. But they still family.
I understand.
what I'm saying is this.
Those my blood brothers, my non-trade brothers.
And I'm saying this, right? And this is what I'm saying, right?
What are you saying, B.O.?
I'm saying that from a pen, so I don't like a lot of these guys never came to the pen. This blood shit started in the pen. So what was in the street, you feel me, was coming from the pen. So when you look at the structure of self-proclamation, you know what self-proclamation means?
Yes.
All right, what does it mean, bro?
I don't ask me what it means. I know what it means.
Okay, when you self-proclaim, but when you come back, look, you could be in the street, or you could be the big homie or whoever you want to be, however you want to be. But when you come in that pen,
Shit different.
you a regular nigga. You gotta check in.
Who they checking with?
Whoever the big homies on the set. Unless you taking the set. You hear about anybody taking the set?
No.
You hear, all right then. That's why I say me, I'm the big homie of the real big homies. I just came home. I don't check in nowhere.
You never had to check in before.
Never.
Come on, B.O. You never had to check in.
Bro, I just came out the pen 35 days. Do your math. Hell, I was in Elmira. I was in Comstock, and I came home from Happy Nap. Little Un over there. Big homie SWM, AZ there, big homie of Imperial. Those are my little homies. They'll tell you, that's big pride.
Let me ask you a question real quick. You said something about SI. He said he called to say fly his mother in. What did you mean by that?
He wanted to tell his mother bye before he was gone. He wasn't coming back to the penitentiary.
So
Freedom of death.
Did he speak to his mother?
Yes. Flew her in, mom out of here.
Who flew in? The police?
Police flew her in the helicopter.
Where the hell? I mean, where was she at?
Wherever she was in another borough.
'Cause I heard he came out shooting.
Yeah, well, after he seen his mother, they let her go in because he went, hugged her, he hugged his sister. Boom, they left, and he came out shooting. And they shot him in the head. That's my boy.
So the blood thing. So now, what if we have some people? What if people refute what you're saying that I don't think that man knows what he's talking about?
Okay, well, this is what I say. And as I told you, I'm going to tell the facts as they develop. I was there, get some founding members. I could give you many of them. I'm in touch with right now. What you want, feds? What you want, the state? Guys that been around from day one. Big Iz, he's in Sullivan right now. AZ. He's in Nap, These is guys that's been in over 20 years. These is foundational homies. Who's the big homie of SWM? Shaquell, he's out. CK, he's out. See these guys all on the videos and Facebook and media. They're founders. Gangsta Killer Bloods. You feel me?
GKB.
Gangsta Killer Bloods. You won't never see that tattoo ever. 00120. So this is real. My story's real. My homie Black O Makk, I just ran into him. They all on deck.
I heard that name.
That's my boy. These are dudes I groomed. You feel me? These is real bloods. You feel me? Dudes that really planted that flag that everybody is standing on now.
So what about the subsets?
The subset started, as I was telling you, around the time we was regrouping, because when we opened the books to say, okay, if Makk leave, any of you niggas is suspect, you out of here. We giving you the chance to go. Because after this, we gonna tear your head off. So when 2000 came, some dudes had their ulterior motives. So now my boy, I love him, but he wanted the nation for itself. We said there would never be another one-man rule. Because when Makk made a call, everybody answered. Makk did the lineups, he did everything. And at that time, when Makk left, dudes were so strong in their own individual sets, you feel me, that we formulated a council. But brothers wasn't ready for true organization. And then you had individuals that start jumping ship. Fuck that, we over here, we this, independent, this and that. And that's why you see the chaos today. See, the first generation was our unity. You feel me? Our unity. That was blood strength in New York State. Our unity. Now, instead of oath to the nation, you oath to your big homie or to an individual. So a brim can get in beef with a stone with a mad dog with a tray. Wow. That brotherly love is gone. It's only amongst your set. So we in LA. Our thing was different. Like I told T. Rogers back in 97. I said, boy, nah, he wanted all of us to become Stones because he said after Makk did that article, he said Makk didn't have a charter to found Bloods in New York State. I said, okay, you may be right, but we got our own history. We don't got Crips here. We fight Latin Kings and Nietas. Our thing is different. We more like the Black Guerrilla family, you feel me?
Who's T. Rogers?
T. Rogers is the founding member of Black Peace Stone Bloods in Baldwin Hills. When you see the movie Training Day with Bones in them, that's Baldwin Hills. They Peace Stones. Where they filmed that, where Denzel got killed that area is Baldwin Hills. That's Peace Stone. That's their hood. Peace Stone, Jungle Stones, and Biddy Stones. But T was like, me and T used to like me and you vibing now. And he was like, yo, I want all y'all to become Peace Stone. He's like, nah, bro, we got our own thing here. You know, New York always had our own flavor. Yeah. And we didn't have Crips. So dudes felt the way when he did his article in the Feds where the Peace Stones is on the front cover, and he said, yeah, we don't need niggas copycatting. You right. Nigga, I ain't never copycat a nigga in my life. I'm a trendsetter. So I felt what he was saying because I knew him personally. But a lot of brothers felt defensive behind that. But yeah, nigga, you blooding and cripping. Nah, nigga, we ain't blooding. We had Bloods, Latin Kings, and Nietas. Those was our nemesis. Crips ain't had the Crips that was here. We was fucking with them. Makk was like, yo, nah, we wasn't riding against, there wasn't no black on black, bro. Dudes was focused. Dudes was up and ready. You know what I'm saying? But even after we gained the state, we didn't still oppress them dudes. Then we started going to the police, which is another story. That's how I caught my 15 years. Because I'm like, man, them dudes is no mas. You feel me? Then the police didn't like that because when we got to Attica, they had that stronghold. They just caught 2 bodies, killed 2 brothers. You feel me? So we got there, and at that time, they wasn't have an inkling of what blood was. All they just seeing red, moving around the yards. To the police start peeking and say, hold up, these dudes, they work out together. They move together. Everybody, dudes wasn't ready for it. Then the police start acting up. And I told the pig in Attica, I said, the next time you put your hands on another blood, this spot is going up in smoke. And it went up in smoke. July 98. First 9/7, it went up twice. Then in 98, 18 police got assaulted. They gave me a year for each police that was assaulted. That's how I got the 15 years. That's how I did. I had 21, but I ended up doing 15. Real talk, the records. So when you talk about, so now when I come out 15 years later, this shit is Hollywood. Straight like that. Hollywood. We was up and ready, bruh. That's how scared it gave me 15 years in shoe. For this blood shit, planting that flag. So that's why when dudes talk you in the penitentiary, dudes be like, yo, oh, them new bloods is corny. But yo, soul in them? So they always go back to the foundation, because that's where it was real. Then I see in the streets, I did 25 years. I done seen how this thing turned. All these new names come up, these dudes, and I'm like, wow, everybody using blood.
What blood gang do you acknowledge?
I acknowledge all blood gangs.
Okay, cool.
Oh, listen, Max, it's my heart. Leaders just came home. Those are I raised them. When you ask them, Disco, Lario, that's big bro. La Brim, that's big bro. You feel me?
So you
SWM, big bro.
You know the head of the Max.
I know all of them, bro.
How many
This
of
is
them
what I'm
is
telling
there?
you. I'm
A lot
the
of them?
big homie of the real big homies. Not no self-proclaimed big homie. Nobody know you on your block, your man. You know y'all been there in that little area. You go outside that area. Nobody knows you. Nobody, you know what I mean? See, because sometimes with this rap shit, nigga name could spread. Niggas like, all right, okay, we hearing you. You doing what? All right, cool, boy. Penitentiary, that shit don't mean nothing. Niggas' bones is made in the penitentiary. Because that's where this thing started. Bloods haven't developed to that degree yet in the streets. Because all the leadership comes from the penitentiary, and you can only see but so much in a cell. I can't really see the bigger picture through your eyes if I'm in a cell. You can tell me, I can look at TV, but until I'm actually there, it's a small picture. Very. That's why my Crip homies, they're so developed in the street, getting to the bag. When they talk about blood, them dusty niggas, you fuck with them niggas. I'm like, what? Never heard of a dusty blood. Like, But then when I got home and I'm out and about, I see why. Although you got homies out here getting that bag, but Crips established themselves more in society. In jail, they ducking and dipping. You feel me? I mean, you got something like my little homie Psyche. You know what I'm saying? He's slinging and banging. You know what I'm saying? Love him to death. You know what I'm saying? P Gutter. These, Blue. You know what I'm saying? These are serious guys. But they more developed in the street, in structure. Bloods is different because dudes have adapted to jail mentality. You feel me? This is in all honesty and critiquing, because dudes was like, yo, but why are you still there, so? Because why would I want to destroy something I helped create? It's like having a baby, watching it, nurturing. We 20, this motherfucker shit 25 years old, going on 26. Why would I want to destroy it? So I would have to be either the best example, which is this platform is for, you feel me, to give you, not here to really talk about, but just to get the facts. Because if you don't understand the facts, then things get misconstrued. But you got to go back to the roots. feel me? The roots. Once you go back to the roots, it's like learning your history. You being taught his history, and then you start learning, hold up, we were kings and queens. We wasn't always slaves. That shit does something to you psychologically. Damn, and you might want to kill a motherfucker that taught you because he misled you.
Right.
For his own selfish benefit or gain. That's just how life works.
Where's OG Makk now?
He's in the feds. He got 50 years. They gave him 50 years on a 31 and count. Look, let me show you how feds is. They gave him 50 years, ride to 5, on a 31 count indictment. 031, ride to 5. If you read the case, it's right there. I said, yo, when I was reading this, I said, man, these feds is crazy. He was an example like my little homie Rod Diggs. You feel me? That was my MVP. They gave him 112 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
With 12 life sentences. How the fuck you gonna do that? But you know why? Rod could think. He was too black, too strong, too soon. He was this generation's leadership. He was just getting ready to get in the rap game and possibly could have been New York's next big thing to Jay-Z. And they took him down.
What, I mean, how? Like, what was it?
Bro, it's all in, read the case, bro. It's all there. It's in the media, Flip. These are the facts. What they allege, he was on the front of Don Diva. And when I read it, I was so elated because how he articulated his plight, although they got him under the jail. That's my MVP. That's a murderous mad dog. That's militant, alert, and disciplined. You feel me? MAD.
Oh, I see him.
Yeah, bro. You know, but you know, this is so. You know, I'm just here. I've been away. I've been going. I never was given a platform like this. And like I said, you know, my thing is not to attack, but just to get the facts.
And what's the facts that you want to get out there?
The facts is this, bro. You know, we have to, you know what I'm saying, re-educate ourselves. When I mean re-educate, those of us that's part of this gang world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because all the brothers out west, them brothers is trying to regroup from 50, 60 years of chaos and violence. You feel me? So now, just look, many of these brothers are victims of the government. Look all these indictments. Little hat boys in Flatbush, Martin's boys, 62 count indictment. Dudes up in Soundview. I mean, these are victims. So if you don't re-educate yourself to understand the plight of your actions, then you doomed. So all I'm saying to brothers, go back to your foundation. Everything that was written from 1996 to 2000 came from my mindset. And it was written to first uplift a brother, educate a brother, and to inform a brother. It's nothing wrong with being a part of a gang, brother. But you got to know when to separate the criminal act from your affiliation. Because if they merge, RICO, VCAR, violence in the course of racketeering. It doesn't have to be an 848 charge with it. All you have to do is be a gang member, you're a rival gang member, and y'all banging against each other. That holds 20 years, brother. Which all these dudes with the 6 just found out. Like, you feel me? But it's serious. So if brothers is following the rules, then you would know. Never say anything that would self-incriminate you. Or never write anything that would self-incriminate you, brother. In the court of law. These is in your rules, your basic rules. So all I'm saying, the facts, go back to the foundation. Educate yourself. See what you up against. A lot of brothers come into this thing and don't even realize. I was wondering, go. It's my little brother. That's the big homie, another big homie of the 9 Trey gangsters. This guy Snow, I don't know where he said. I guess he's talking about his little area. You know, I don't know.
I don't know.
I never heard of the guy.
I don't know him neither. I'm just saying, you know.
Okay, well, I never heard of him. I'm not saying it disrespectfully. I'm
Understood.
saying the big homie who just caught an indictment. Read it. His name is Gutierrez, Pedro Gutierrez. Him, Frank White, they just caught an indictment out of Raleigh, North Carolina. They just gave him 30 years. He been in 25. He just got a fresh 30 in the feds. He just pulled up in the pens in the feds, yeah. When SI left and went on, Pedro took over, Goo. So these are the big, when you say 9 Trey gangsters, those are the big homies, man, of the 9 Trey gangsters.
So who do you feel like is being a fraud out here, like right now?
Man, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to say anyone. No, honestly, you asked me, because I don't know these guys.
Ooh, we actually who?
I don't know. You've been out here. I've been on 35 days.
I don't know.
Go and say
I'm not into
who's
the
blood,
game.
but when I hear somebody say, oh, do you know Snow Billy? Honestly, I don't know it. Do I know Billy Otto? I don't know these guys. I don't know them. But I hear guys say that. So when I say, hold up, so you know me.
Close that door. Close that door.
You know me, bro. I'm streets. So I get on the phone. Yo, well, I found out he never did time because he said he did 15 years.
Who?
This Billy Otto guy.
Who is that?
I don't know.
So how
He
did
was
you
a
get-
guy that was down with Mel Murder and them. The Treyway guy.
Lord, B.O., come on, man. All right. So how does name? How did his name come across your desk?
I watched YouTube and he was venting. So I'm like, who's it? Oh, he's 9 Trey and he's 9 Trey, I'm this. And so I'm like, okay, he did 15 years. If you did 15 years in New York State, either I would know you if you put in some work. I don't care how young you is, you know your name, because that's what this gangbanging shit is about. Or you definitely would know me. You say you all right. But then come to find out, I was talking to my little homie down in Atlanta, and this other day, he called me out randomly because he brought the guy name up again. I said, boy, Weed, he said, man, that nigga wasn't locked up in New York, big homie. That nigga did time in Atlanta. Oh. So that's why he did time in Atlanta. So that means that in New York State, because all the homies down in Atlanta outside those that come from out west, New York, we on the East Coast. It's Blood Coast. It's Blood Coast.
What that got to do with him? Not you say he didn't do? Did he do the 15 years in Atlanta?
He did 12 years. You feel me? So what I was saying when he was talking and say I don't know him, that's why I don't know him.
Gotcha.
He bring him up because Otto called him a punk.
Wait. He called you.
Uh,
Why he called you a punk?
ask her.
Why he called him a punk?
He was venting.
Written to you?
No, he was venting about me on YouTube, and he's like, I'm punk ass baby father.
All right, hold on. Pull up the video. Let's see who this is.
We don't want that video popping.
No, we're not gonna play. I want to see it for myself.
But anyway,
Just type it
so
in. You don't gotta go to that video.
so I'm
But
not,
hold up. They ain't
Don't go
violating my
behind the
man.
wall again.
Be on my man. Hold up. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that, G-Money. I need to get down to the bottom of the shenanigans. B.O. ain't so crazy about nobody. Why did this man, Billy, or what's his name? What's his name?
Billy Otto.
Why did Billy Otto come at him for no reason? That's the question. And your answer is over you. This is what we getting down to? And I love you. You my you keep shit on, but we gotta get down to the bottom. Is that true?
Something like that.
Oh.
But not how you trying to make it.
Not saying you didn't. No. Hold on. I'm not trying to accuse you or nothing. I'm just saying that he's in his feelings over you.
All over the whole Treyway situation. That's where all this thing from. He was cursing me out about the Treyway situation.
Cursing you out.
He was cursing somebody out on YouTube. That's supposed to be me, I guess.
B.O, what's up, man? What's going on?
I was in prison, brother.
Did you get down to the bottom of this? No, I mean, it
ain't, you know, that's my ride or die regardless to what. But I'm saying this, me being an OG, a triple OG, I would never say something of that nature. You feel me? Because you don't know me. And I know you don't know me, because if you did know me, you'd be like, yeah, well, that's something I couldn't say about him. Pussy? I've never been identified with those words.
So, but do you understand that? And this is, that times are different though. You've been locked up for a long time. A lot of these young guys do not respect OGs.
No, that's not true.
But I think I may be saying it wrong, but I heard
that
a lot of guys be like, man, or unless you give them the respect, that's when they give you the respect.
Okay, well, this is what the point I'm saying. A courtesy respect, it's just being a G, is always given. I don't care how tough you are. A courtesy respect is always given. So for someone to randomly say, then you subject yourself to whatever comes. So you don't even get a courtesy, whatever. You feel what I'm saying?
How did you hear about it?
I seen the video when I came home.
Punk ass baby father.
Punk ass, I'm like, hold up, this guy know me? I didn't feel away because I knew he didn't know me, and I know I'm not a punk. Like, nigga, like, who are you? So it just so happened I forgot about him. Until the other day, my little homie called me from ATL. I got little lines here and there. His name came back up. Because he said he did 15 years. I'm like, 15 years? He said, nah, boy, he ain't do 15 years in New York State. Calling me a punk. So you must probably listen to somebody else. I don't know.
But does he get a pass because he knows her? So he may have an issue with her.
He don't really know me.
Oh, he don't really know you.
The point I'm saying, right, in order for me to call you a punk.
Okay, that's what he went wrong.
You had to be punked. See, I wouldn't call my worst enemy a punk if I know he wasn't a punk. But I realize we're in the age of platforms of, like rappers. He's just venting. Because if you look at the video they had on TMZ, the guy was beating the shit out of him. Them niggas was swinging like, I'm like, yo, what the, you calling me? You can't even throw a straight punch, my nigga. Like, dude was whipping him out.
Talking about the 6ix9ine thing outside?
Yeah, that was the guy who was getting whipped out. The guy that called me a punk.
That's why you call him a punk, because I put that out there that he got beat up.
How you put it out there, TMZ?
I'm saying I said it on live with Snow Billy that he was laughing that he got beat up and he got mad.
So let me ask, okay, so okay. Now this is a little now, we gotta wrap this up soon, but that's wifey.
Yes, of course.
Is she affiliated with gangs? Because now I'm getting I have to get a little deeper now.
Well, you have to ask her that.
Well, I'm asking you.
Well, she said read the book.
What book am I reading?
Envy That Brooklyn Chick 1 and 2 by author Issa J.
I'll promote it because I love her and I'll put it in the description, but I need to hear from her mouth. How are you associated with these people? Especially you got the big homie. Big bro, B.O.
The big homie, the real big homie.
How you associate? How do you associate it with this?
So I used to call myself gangbanger when I was younger, but for the most part, like I told you, Mel Murder and Shotty and the Miss Treyway and all them, me and her was best friends, so we grew up together.
Got it.
So when the 6ix9ine came around, we all was around, and Billy Otto popped up.
Got it.
Around. They got upset with me because they felt like me and Miss Treyway was friends. She felt like I switched sides and rolled with Shotty with the 6ix9ine situation. So she started putting little stuff in Billy Otto ear, and he started talking slick. And me and Snow Billy did a live, and I was like, who knows him? Like, he got beat up at the airport. He's mad because he's not security no more. And then he just went on a rant from there.
Got it. I got it. But you're aware that pretty sure you're aware who your husband is, who your baby father is. He's somebody, does that put you in a conflicting? Because now you're saying that you were on live with a guy named Snow Billy who's supposed to be a GF, but he never heard of it. So where does that put you?
That don't really put me nowhere because I know Snow Billy. I know them. Like, I know them. He don't know them. So it's like, okay, I told him about them, like, oh yeah, this is who I was around, this is who I ran with. He said the same thing he's saying to you.
Oh, so he's consistent with his.
Yeah, he's consistent.
Wow.
With his thing.
Wow.
They know of him, but he don't know them.
But why you can't give them a chance to know them, B.O? Why you can't give them a
their
chance?
platforms, like, I mean, if it was a platform like we were in the prison together, because when I come out, and I know homies all over Queens, Bronx, Brooklyn.
I heard.
If you official, so can holler. Yo, what's up? Where you at? You in the Bronx? All right, yo, such and such. Where you at? South Side? Where you at?
No, you really showed me. I seen.
You feel what I'm saying? So I know who's who out here, who's really who, and I'm not saying that in the area they're from, they're not influential. I'm not taking that from them.
Okay.
You feel me? But when you talking about, you can holler out west, and they gonna say so be. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's the big homie. Yeah, that's the big homie out there. You holler to you. You know what I'm saying? S Mack, Rolling 60. You know, they know me. You feel me? From the penitentiary.
But sometimes just like how it was your time. Sometimes new people come in.
And I'm not the point is this. I'm not saying, of course.
You're not taking it away from. I got it. I see what you're saying.
I seen the leaderships come in and they salute me. I salute them. And I'm probably one of the only first generation homies that all these sets today. This is why I say when them dudes pulled up in the pen, they probably didn't know me. But people call me from the pen, big homie, what's good? Oh, yo, such and such here. Oh, yo, yeah, yo. They hollering at me. Yo, told them I said salute, Big B's. Because of the individuals that's in power now, the love and the respect. I mentor these brothers. This is not nothing I'm just saying. This is facts. You name them, and I claim them.
That's why you feel that, that's why you don't feel. That's why you're
the big homie
homies
of the real big homies. Of the real big homies.
And people check in with you.
Yes. Facts.
So nobody will watch this video and say he's lying.
If they say I'm lying, then you better tell them they flying. They must be.
Don't do it. Don't give it to him. Don't say it, please. Don't say it. Not yet, man. You can't be. I know it. He's smooth. He's smooth. I know. I feel it too. It's a slogan that he says with somebody.
No, all I can say. And this is.
I'm just saying, but they watch it. They say, "Yo, you bugging." Especially you be saying niggas' names now. You got me saying niggas' names I ain't even heard of.
See, but I'm giving you the facts as they develop. I'm giving you the facts as they develop. A lot of these brothers are still doing hard time, man. Who planted that flag? A lot of brothers are still doing hard time.
You saying you GKB?
No, I'm Murderous Mad Dog.
Murderous.
I served under GKB.
Served under GKB.
I came through the ranks, man. If you read GKB history, B.O. is dead. First 5. Then in 9-8, Mack opened the books. He gave me OG status under Mad Dog. And I've been Mad Dog for the last 22 years, the GF. Facts.
But there's other divisions of blood. So
see what you have to fail to realize what I told you. In the foundation of Bloods, we was a united nation, UBN. So it didn't matter what set you were, we were one nation under one groove. One nation, one rule. 031. You feel me? So no matter if you was SWM, you was 1-8 Trade, you was Valentine, you was 5-9 Brim, when they start branching off, what you see now is the branch off of the foundation in that first generation, which planted that flag.
Somebody had to give people the okay to branch off, and nobody gave the okay.
No, a lot of guys didn't. This is what I'm telling you. A lot of them became self-proclaimed. And believe it or not, individuals blame me for that. Because at the time...
You do that with your hat. Why do you do that with your hat?
2 fingers.
Oh, man.
He cool, man.
Oh, gee.
He cool, man.
You
the hat and shit. He cool.
Not that yet,
Nah, the hat did it, man.
Why you do that shit with your hat like that, man?
Just have it, man. Just have it,
but what I'm saying, so that's what we see in the subdivision. So,
Yes.
so to wrap it up, I think we was here for 2 hours. To wrap it up, what's the message you want to put out there?
All the message I'm just saying,
Because I'm putting out a clip tomorrow, I'm being
all right,
honest.
well, all I'm saying, man, my thing is this, man. I love my bloods. You feel me? I love my bloods, man. Seriously, I love my bloods,
Can
man.
people look up your name real quick, though? Google? Or no?
Of course, you can Google my name.
But the Instagram now too, right? You want to tell them?
Soul B.
Soul B, that's it. No underscores, no.
No underscores. This Soul B. SOUL capital B. The one and only. If you know another, you better call him a phony. Soul dot.
That's what
O
I
dot.
had to make sure
U
that shit
dot
sound like it was already
L
taken.
dot B. I'm the one and only, man.
It sounded like it was ready to
Yeah,
take.
that was so easy.
So
So B. I'm like, what? How you get that shit just now?
Yeah. So what the message you want to tell all the people?
All I say, man, I love my bloods, man. And, brothers just got to, come back together, man. Our unity was our strength, man. All this leadership, all of this. And you see when the federal government comes in, nobody want to be the big homie no more. You feel me? So I just say that to say, man, right now I'm making a transition. I got my books coming out, be coming soon, Scam Life 1 and 2 with me and my nephew Chinaman. You know what I'm saying? That's a movie in itself about me making the transition from gunslinging and robbing into, fraud, white collar crimes, them banks, free bands. And just, man, doing the positive things. My wife, she has her book coming out, Envy That Brooklyn Chick, Part 3. She has a lipstick line coming out, with another book that I have called Gifted Pride, which is a little spin-off. It's a great book. It's about the LGBT community.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Pride is already out? No, your lipstick is out, but I'm saying the Pride line we're going to do with the book. Yes, but yeah, Envy Lips is already out. You can find it at envylips.com. I'm just saying what we're doing since I've been home, you see, because I always have material. You feel me? But I'm a street guy. Sometimes, you get in Dodge Straits. The only thing I know, man, is getting that bread in the street. So I came home after 25 years and recreated myself. I wasn't one of them old guys that came home and was like, oh, it's venting. These young niggas know me. Look, all the boys that get in the bag, they know me, D-boy, because they said, something, big homie? Yo, they love me because it's no big-eyed little you. If I got to come through the ranks, show me that shit. I'm willing to follow. You feel me? So that's why when I come back, you see me. You know what I'm saying? Old school with a new school twist. You feel me?
How much time didn't you get cut in your head?
No, I got stabbed in my head. I told you about that. I got stabbed. Well, what happened? Let me tell you this last story. I got mad. What happened after I came out after 15 years, I did in the box. Mind you, 5 years is a generation. 1, 2, 3. So technically, I came out in the 4th generation. Whole new leadership, whole new vibe. So I lands in Auburn. So now when I lands in Auburn, my boy, Yellow Boy from the 99 G's, big homie, he was like, oh, yo, so you here. But at the time, Powerful, who was the big homie of GKB, he had, the compound. So I'm just coming out after 15 years, being on 23 and 1. So we all met up, and Yellow told him, said, yo, pal, you the big homie, but yo, Soul is the big homie. He raised me. So I said, no, listen, I don't want to change nothing. Whatever you doing, keep it doing. At the time, Robo, may he rest in peace, was still alive. So we going, I didn't just like the way things was, because I'm a type of brother, I'm on hands. I be laying that red hand down. You feel me? So I'm like, hold up, we calling 031. 031 is when everybody dropped their sets. We back to 31 rules everybody gets the 30 rules, and we go day for day. So within 31 days, everybody comes home. 31 seconds when you gone, 31 seconds when you born. You feel me? So, Powerful end up bringing a guy home, some guy named Inf. It's violation. I play by law and rules. So I told Yellow, I said, yo, Pal going on the pound. But at the time, I ain't no big homies don't go on the pound. That shit didn't mean nothing to me. You know you ain't bigger than the rules. So I told you we met at a powwow in the lower libraries. Me, Animal Jeff, Yellow Boy, Powerful. So I tell Yellow, yo, tell him. Yellow goes, yo, Pal, put yourself on the pound. You jacking that? I'm jacking that, big homie. All right. You know, on the pound. You on the pound 30 days. You can't salute nobody. So I thought I was gaining a comrade. But, you know, guys are denied. But long story short, dudes conspired. But you know something? In all honesty, that put me back on the map. So when they send a little nigga at me, the night before, my man Stein from out of 40th Street, OX, you know, Harlem gangsta out of 40, he said, yo, big bro, I heard, he gave me a murder weapon. Now, I just seen the board 4 months before. They said, listen, Mr. Knight, don't come with no tickets, we gonna let you go. This is my 6th board. I'm in the cell, I'm looking at this murder weapon, I'm like, I prayed on it. Next morning, I give it back. I know these guys. I raised these guys. You feel me? I raised these guys. I know you. You feel me? So, but they don't know me. I've been gone. They know of me. So, one night I was going in, I think it was June 10th, 2010. And I was going up the steps. I was talking to my man, Indian Jimmy. And nobody was behind me when I came in. And when I hit the top of the steps, something just goes, boom! Nobody ain't playing with me like that. Now, I'm a combative soldier, so instinctively I just twisted on my pivot, hit him dead right here. He was gonna fall, I grabs him, throws him up on the thing, and no exaggeration, I must have hit him like 30 times. The first one bust his eardrum, shattered his cheekbone. I just blacked out while he had the knife, because I had the knife pinned. Yeah. Pinned. That's right. See, you pin it up here. You pin when you put your hand up here, he couldn't, you feel me? So I had it pinned, and I'm slamming him. I'm thinking I'm getting hit from behind, but it's the police. Police thinking I'm stabbing him. Long story short, it was over. I had a little poke, you know the rumors. These dudes is like, oh, he got stabbed 17 times. Oh, he's on critical. Picture that. The best of them couldn't do me dirty like that. Facts. You just had the OG. Mm-hmm. You just had the OG on the show. You want to call him back? These is facts.
What you talking about, Nuke?
You just had Nuke on the show.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Facts. I said, I watched it. Ask him. See, do you really think I would get up here and make myself look like a fool if I was lying? I mean, I don't need. I
don't think you lie. Oh, come on.
We don't think so. But some guests we do get up here, their story sounds, we don't know.
Believable.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Then we see the comments.
Yes.
And it's like a whole different. We get phone calls and texts. And
okay,
it's like,
well,
so we're not saying it's you, but
no. It even in some dudes are commenting, oh, he ain't real, because they're not real. So I'm not up here trying to say who's real and who's not real. As I told you before I began, I'm just telling the facts as they develop. Because there is co-founding members that's out in the street. That you feel me? So that I'm talking about foundational, not dudes who came later, dudes who were there and developed. Mind you, I just came out of prison. So it's easy to you know, wherever you want the streets, where you want to go.
Mm.
My name is Soul B. That's for the last 22 years. And then before that, it's B.O. And then before that is my government, Stacey Knight. My shit is like an open book. So, you know, my story's real. You feel me? But as I was saying, and that happened, but that like put me back in the loop. Because all the young, my mama can get up and smack me right now. Flip.
I'm listening.
G Money.
Yeah.
When I came back to prison, you know what the young boys told me? They said, big homie, niggas ain't even talking about him stabbing you. They talking about how you whipped his ass.
Mm.
This was 7 years later. Now imagine if I would have stabbed that boy that 20. Thank God I wouldn't be here now, brother.
Mm-hmm.
So I say that to say is that, you know, even leaving out, man, on this bid, the shortest bid I ever did, salute. It was in Elmira, salute. Big homie. Comstock, salute. Nap, salute.
Mm-hmm.
Walked out the penitentiary, man, to be with my wife and my family. So I'm not here to say who's not. All I'm doing is telling my facts.
I get you.
Because I was there from the foundation to now. You feel what I'm saying?
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Before we wrap it up. So for someone who's listening to the show right now, right? Like a person who's like maybe 14, 15 years old, 16 years old, they either in the penitentiary or they in the streets, and they're at that point you were at when you were younger, when you had to make that decision, when you say you were ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say they have a big homie that's a blood or a Crip or whatever
Whomever,
gang,
GD,
whatever it
GDs
is.
growing
Yeah.
now.
So let's say they at that point at their life now where they're kind of like, all right, I think I'm ready. I'm not sure yet. What is your advice to that kid that's listening right now?
Don't join these gangs, beloved, because what happens in the long run, and this is honestly, I'm speaking to you from blood, sweat, and years. Fuck what you heard. Don't join. If you have a talent, tap into your passion. Go back to school. Get a trade. Because these white folks are going to give you time and they're going to change your life forever. I'm lucky to have done 2/3 of my life and to be here right now. Got my health. I'm strong. You know, I'm looking healthy. I'm looking good because that's God-given. It's not with everybody. So for them young brothers, right now I have mentorship program I'm starting to give them the real because they need the real. But in turn, I'm showing how I'm making a transition. I'm an author now. I told you my 2 books, Scam Life 1 and 2 is coming out. You know what I'm saying? I have my own company, BMI, Black Mogul Inc., where we do events, services. Me and my wife is partnered with that. You know what I'm saying? She has an office. We have a cosmetic line, Envy Lips. You know what I'm saying? We're starting a podcast where we can give information, educate, and advocate. You feel me? The Lord's work in my own way. So I would tell them young brothers, nah, don't join no gang, beloved. Nah, homie. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't in, you ain't in. You feel me? And the only reason I'm still here because I can't change who I am, my history. You feel me? I'm not out in the street carrying guns no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not because that wasn't what this thing was about. You gotta remember, this started in the penitentiary. We didn't realize the magnitude because we was thinking then. We wasn't thinking in the future. Right. We didn't think this thing will catch on and then you brothers watching these videos, y'all trying to emulate brothers out west. Nah, that wasn't a thing for us. And that was the dialogue amongst me and a lot of the big homies out west when we used to vibe. So at the end of the day, nah, I got a 16-year-old son. I've never encouraged him or my 5-year-old gang signs, guns. I don't play none of that because I don't want them to be victims of the system. I think that would hurt me more. Now, my 30-year-old, yeah, he came to jail, you know what I'm saying? He was in jail. He's homie, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know him. So if I had anything...
Wait, what? You don't know him?
I don't know him. I haven't seen him since he was 2. I talked to him one time at 15. I don't know him. I got to hunt him down now. But I got to get myself stable and place myself because I'm not going to talk. Remember when we started, the practical or the theory. Fuck the theory, it's in practice. So now all my life has been the other way. So now I got to come home and even show my wife, by example, that I want to be here. Bimmy, my brother, you feel me? My family, I want to be here with you. I want to be in the cookouts. I want to sit down. You feel me? I want these. So it's in the practical, brother. I'm practicing this shit. Right now, I only got about $100 on me. Listen, I'm used to having bands, but I know God is going to bless me. I'm not going to force myself to subject myself to be away from my family. That's all I got. You feel me? So I'm waiting patient. It's going to come. Blessings always come. Always got, but I got to be here for them. You know? And on that note, beloved, I'm going to say salute, man. My man Flip G Money, man, I appreciate the opportunity, man, you know.
Appreciate
and, you know, like I said, man, you know, for the brothers, this ain't about, you know, me attacking anybody. It's just as the facts develop. The facts is the facts. Then the theory of or the circumstantial evidence comes after. But the gun is the gun. The camera, let the record reflect. The record reflect. Somebody fired a gun. Now, who it was, that's up for the audience or the jury to determine.
Yeah.
On that note,
Yeah, man.
sign out, G. Wow.
Another dope classic episode.
Yeah,
Man.
I ain't gonna lie, like, you know, and let me cut you up. I wasn't bored.
Thank you.
I wasn't bored. I was on the edge of my seat. You know, I think that you said a lot of things that, you know, people are gonna call you about, and I just hope we don't get a call from you.
So, nah, brother.
Yeah, G. What do you think about the interview, G?
Nah, it's dope. It's you know, it's OGs, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different lifestyle. So I'm just taking everything in. Like I always like to visualize and you know, like he painted the picture. So I always like to feel like I'm there. So I can see everything he's saying in the stories. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope. It's dope, man. You know, another classic. Another joint for the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Welcome home.
Thank you, brother,
You know what I'm
man. And I
saying?
appreciate the platform. Cause like I said, my man, he just came home. He did 27 and he called me out. They were doing a documentary because Bushwick Bill, I don't know if y'all ever heard of him.
I heard the name before.
Well, he got my man 27 years.
Bushwick Bill from Houston, the rapper.
No, he's from Central between Hancock and Halsey.
Then he told, and then he got.
Then they relocated him out to Houston. And my guy, Mario Machete, it's my brother, I came and, you know, he wanted me to come in. You know, there's some brothers named Crime Faces. You familiar with them?
No.
Okay, well, they got a format similar to this, but they do true crime stories. And they was doing this documentary, and I came out there to support them, you know, and just the facts, man. Like I said, man, you know, that's what I always, my integrity, my respect, my honor has always been who I am. And I stand upon, I live and die by that. So anything that I say out my mouth that's not fact, then I got to check myself. You feel what I'm saying? Because truth does 3 things. It kills, it separates brothers, and it'll set you free if you accept it. So sometimes many people ain't ready for the truth. So it's not what you say,
It's how you say
how
it.
you say it. Because the truth will cut so deep and person be like, I ain't like that shit. But he know it's true, but he's just not willing to accept it at the given time. I ain't fucking with him no more. So that's always been my platform since times immemorable, man. You know, just keep it real. And you know, sometimes My ex told me, she said, you know something? Your realness is your weakness. I don't know how to be fake. See, but now I'm like, do I accept it because I see a dude with a platform and he may, I know he's lying, bro. Hold up, you wasn't there. Like, I'm not. I was gonna say I'm not even gonna go there, but it was a brother. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say this.
Say it.
I'm going. I'm gonna say this last thing, babe. Listen. I'm gonna share this with you, brother. A brother came home and he got a platform. I heard him on the Sway show where he was with Freddie Fox. Bumpy Knuckles. Good brother, don't get me wrong. Street, got a rep. But when I heard the man said he did 15 years in the box, man never had a fight. Never did one day in shoe. But he got the platform. He was on Sway. Sway's big.
He was with
Freddie Fox. He just came home from doing 27 years. But when I heard him get on and say, yo, I did 15, you telling my story, my nigga. And that's what I'm saying.
Do we know him?
Yes, I know him. Do you know? Yeah, you probably know of him because he was very influential in the early rap stages of the game. Like when you see Eric B. and Rakim, he's on the cover, you see him, you know what I'm saying? But he can holler at his boy, but that's my story. I did 18 years in the box. You feel me? So I just said that to say is that the realness. I'm not gonna get up here and say something in opinion. Yeah, when I'm talking about these other guys, it's not in a disrespect, but I don't know them. It doesn't mean that whether I know them or not. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. And on that note, beloved, salute, man. I'm out.
Salute to you, man. Don't forget, every Thursday we at the Tipsy Tomato in Queens, man. Come out, you know what I'm saying? 7 to 12. We got the Spades tournament going down this week, hosted by Sexy Stace. It's going to be dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
VIP status?
VIP status. What? Thursday? Whatever.
I'm trying to find out who this nigga is, man.
Sign out, man. We can find out there, bro. You heard, beloved?
Hold on. I'm trying to find out who this nigga is, bro.
I started that.
Started that?
That's with the homies, yes. I started that.
Bumpy Knuckles and damn, son. The nigga he's talking about that was on there with Freddie Fox.
Casanova was on that day too.
All right, man. Shout out to Cass.
That's my little homie. What's up? You got that? He from my block.
2 times.
2 times. That's a fact. He from my block now.
Nah,
that's
cool.
a Flatbush nigga.
I don't even get it. Let us sign off first before you get up.
All right.
Hey, it was Queens Flip, man. You know, dope interview, man. Salute to my man B.O. Soul B.
The one and only.
The one and only.
You know another. You better call him a phony.
All right, can I sign out? You can't interrupt me during my sign out. I didn't interrupt you.
Right.
You know, I love it, man. Stay tuned for more. Classic. You know, the big homie of the real big homies is his name, and I love it, man. You know, sometimes you get to learn from a lot of people. That's why I like to sit through these interviews and take them and talk. You know, I think it's dope. Shout out to my the big bro, Bimmy. You know, for making it happen, introducing me.
Facts.
Just wonderful man, and then you know,
yeah.
And you know, niggas didn't get the video taken down, you know, regardless of what you hear and so we talk about. But, you know, and he also, you know, he know his shit though, because he came to me outside about situation, and, you know, hopefully we get to, you know, resolve that and finally get some closure. You know, yeah. But yo, lock your doors.
Ain't that what big homies do?
Fact, well, yeah. Not my big homie, but yeah, you big homie of the other big homies, man. Lock your doors. Close your windows. Open your blinds. And if you see a nigga like B.O. on your lawn, you don't need to use a firearm because he calmed down.
That's a fact.
Let him in. Talk to him. Don't move too fast because he might poke you. I'm from Queens.
He had to get that off. We go.